Welcome in, everyone. We'll get rolling in a few minutes here. I think I typed it all up. 7 left in the East Coast, a little bit behind on that one. I did switch from pick one random 2 to a pick one random 1, so price went down by about $10 per spot, but claims went up by about 7 or 8 claims, so it makes it a little harder. This might be a better series to do pick one random 2. I just don't want to see the price keep climbing. So we'll see. Either that or we can even just try a one boxer on Wednesday too. Maybe that's what we'll do. Pick one random on one boxer, or pick one random 2 one boxer. We'll get there though. I'll read the names. There's 7 left. Yep, and that leaves us with 4 solos, still a 7 left as well. So I'll read those in a second. We're full on Funko, full on HP Mini NHL helmet, full on Radke. Jason has Arizona up for seller trade for 18. When we get there, I'll mention it again. And then let's see here. Big Al's has Jacksonville, Vegas. Is that what I typed up above? It is. Okay, let me start reading off some names here. So this week, I think you can put the trade. Yeah, of course, Thomas. So we went from 37 to 27. It's a pick one random one now. We have 7 spots left. I'll read off the names here. 7 spots will close us. 9 will full close us, but 7 will get us to randoms, and we can at least go to there. Let me read off who's available. There's just some big names on here too. Fun names. Adrian Kempe, Kings. He scored in the game against us the other day. Barkov, Panthers. Andrei Svechnikov, Hurricanes. Andrei Vasilevsky, Lightning. Best goalie in the league, maybe top 3 at least, at the very worst this year. I don't know who you put ahead of him besides Sorokin and maybe, I can't think of the other dude. Andrew Mangiapane, Oilers. Bernie Parent, Flyers. Billy Smith, Islanders. Larry's taking Brett Hull with the Stars. Okay, so I'll remove that one. So Brett Hull with the Red Wings still there. Cam York, Flyers. Claude Giroux, Senators. Elvis Merzlikins on the Blue Jackets. Felix Potvin, Maple Leafs. Gabriel Velarde, Jets. Gary Cheevers, Bruins. Career jersey. Grant Fuhr, career jersey as well for the Oilers. Jake Evans, Canadians. Jared McCann, Kraken. Joseph Woll, Maple Leafs. Kirill Marchenko, Blue Jackets. Kyle Connor, Jets. Matt Boldy, Wild. Matt Coronado, Flames. Mike Matheson, Canadians. Milan Hajduk for the Avalanche. Nick Paul, Lightning. Nikita Zadorov, Flames, Reverse Retro. Philip Kurashev for the Blackhawks. Peter Kochetkov for the Hurricanes. Reggie Vachon for the Canadians. Thomas Chabot, Senators. Trent Frederick, Oilers, alternate. Trevor Linden, Canucks. And then Tyler Seguin, Stars. So I think we're 6 away there. Still a ton of headliner type names there as well. Larry, I got you on whole Stars, right? Yeah, we'll just do ST. So 6 there closes us, and then when we get to Big Al's, we'll worry about that, and we can fill it whenever we want, but there's 2 left there. We'll get rolling in just a few minutes here, in probably 5 minutes. We will start with the dollar break today. We're about 200 claim spots lower than we usually are than last week. So it's very good odds. If you haven't jumped in yet and you want to grab spots, I can put them in now. If it ends low, that's fine too. Several items in there cost more than the spots minus the bonus spots in here right now, but that's okay. So if you want spots, I'll put them in here. We'll close that in about 5 minutes and run the dice and then the list randomizer. So while we're waiting for that, get your guesses in. The poll today, did I get that up? I did. It's divisions. And we're going for a regular bounty. So Sammy Sosa, Capo Kekkonen, Darrell Rivas, all mini helmets or batting helmet, NHL helmet, mini NFL helmet are our choices, if you guys get the guess right. And then the other one is the gold bag is, what did I say, Offensive Rookie of the Year award winner. Get who that is and get some credit to use tonight. Let me make sure there's no claims on the page because there are some notifications. That is a lot. This one is a comment. Tim, I got your dollar break spots. Let me go update that really quick here. If you grab 20, you get 5 bonus. So I'm going to mark these here and just go mark it on my other sheet really quick here so that I don't forget. Let's see, 20 for Tim. Gotcha, Tim. Okay, do we only have one claim in the licensed jerseys since I started reading those off? Let me see. Jamar Chase, Big Ben, Anquan Bolden, C.J. Stroud, Big Ben, Brett Hull. I got Brett Hull. Sorry, Eddie George, Curtis Martin, Anquan Bolden, Dak. Lots of good guesses. So still some work to do on the. Oops, I'm on the wrong page. On the licensed jerseys, 6 left still to close this. We'll get there. Slowly but surely. What we'll do is we'll do our Funko first, Mini Helmet second, East Coast third, Racky fourth, Big Al's fifth. That is all after the dollar break, though. Live fills tonight. If you're hanging out, we're going to do a 3-boxer live fill, Racky live fill, and some licensed jerseys. New additions this week were right at the top: Andre Johnson, Texans, Mitchell and Ness. Nice to have a Texans jersey in the football portion. Hockey was who? At the bottom, Theo Fleury for the Flames, and then I added basketball, didn't I? Penny Hardaway. I should probably list him as Anthony Hardaway, but Penny Hardaway, Magic, Mitchell, and Ness. Those are our 3 new additions, along with the many weeks before that with a ton of different names. So let's do this. Let's get rolling over to the dollar break. Last chance. I said 6:10 at 6:09. Last chance to grab spots in the dollar break. I'm going to type on there that no more claims here. Claims closed here. And then I'll accept claims as I'm reading them, and we'll do the dollar break first. So if anyone else wants to join, now's your time. If I get to the bottom, we start rolling the dice. That's when it closes. Okay, and we'll look at the items as well. Thanks for joining, guys, tonight. It's, Monday night? No, it's not the last day of the month. Tomorrow's the last day of the month. Almost April, which is crazy. In the dollar break, we have Scott with 20. You had 5 bonus with those 20, Scott. Brady, 5. Dwayne, you had 5 there. Trevor, 1. Nick F., I didn't highlight them all. Nick F., you had 10. Kip, you had 5. Tom, you had 5. Dwayne, another 5. Steve, 4. Chad, you had 10. Bill S., you had 20 with 5 bonus. Brian E., you had 4. Larry V., you had 40 with 10 bonus, because you got 40. Chris D., 20 with 5 bonus. Brad M., you had 10 and 10 for 20 total, 5 bonus. Dwayne, another 5 there. Mark M., you had 20 with 5 bonus. James, you had 5. Craig, you had 20 with 5 bonus. Dwayne, you had 5. That gave you your 5 bonus because this was 16 through 20 on the claims. Brian E., another 4 there. Nick B., 20 with 5 bonus. James M., you had, 5. Rick J., you had 5. Jonathan R., you had 9. Brady A., you had 5. Brian W., you had 20. Whoops, that says 19, but I don't know. 20 with 5 bonus. Tim K., you had 20 with 5 bonus. And it looks like we're going to end there. So 377. I think last week we were 530 something. 377. Let me copy them. I could be wrong. I never trust myself. Okay, let's roll some dice. Actually, sorry, we're going to look at the pictures first. I always forget that part. Okay, I added, I don't know how many items are in there now, maybe 70-ish, 60-ish. Added some new ones. I'll highlight them if they're new. Some of our other items, we have Walter Payton and Gordie Howe on the photos. At some point, if those don't get picked here, I'll move them elsewhere or trade or something. Both hard to get names, but I get there's a ton of items here. Bo Jackson on the bat, and there's no harm in them sitting, I guess, in the dollar break. Lord of the Rings script, Elijah Wood and Sean Astin. Mike Tyson on the glove. One of the new additions is a Brian Urlacher midi flex. Another new addition, Quinn Hughes, one of the Olympic heroes, not from the championship game, but a game before that or 2 games before that. On the mini helmet for the Wild. Full-size helmets, we have Nico Collins, Lad McConkey, Adrian Peterson, Joe Theismann, Ryan Day, Tua Tagovailoa, Mason Crosby. We had this helmet the other night, but in regular form or throwback form. Clayton and Duper, the Mark helmet for the Dolphins on the Rave. Jim McMahon Rave. A few Raves in there. Some others. We have Ice Cube, Tony Hawk, Henry Winkler, and Emilio Estevez, all their different characters. Chevy Chase for Clark Griswold. 2 new additions, Dwight Schrute, Rainn Wilson, obviously, and then Scuba Sam, it's Adam Sandler. Yeah, Jack Hughes is an Olympic hero. Yeah, I told someone else today, I said, he's no longer my hero anymore. He deserves to, everything's coming to him. So Adam Sandler, Nick beat me in fantasy. I thought I had him going into the day, and even going into the last few games, Jack Hughes had 2 or 3 goals. All I needed to do was tie Nick on the goals, and I ended up losing by 2 or 3 goals because of Jack Hughes. Ty would have given me the tiebreaker. Such as I don't deserve to win that league anyway. So you and is it James? I think James right above you. You and James are battling out. I need to pick a jersey for the winner too. Maybe what I'll do is I'll give you guys a couple choices. Whoever wins, I'll give you a couple choices to pick from. Instead of just designating, might as well get you something you like. Okay, more full sizes. These are all dollar break items. Derrick Henry, Warren Sapp, Brian Dawkins, Steve Spurrier, Kurt Warner, Ray Lewis, Tyreek Hill. I'll take Crosby for noted. Thought you might like that. Tyreek Hill, Darrelle Revis, and Lawrence Taylor. Another new addition, Shaquille O'Neal, Mitchell and Ness on the licensed jerseys. JJ McCarthy, Bobby Hull, Klay Thompson, Mika Zibanejad just hitting my license series. Still have a regular, classic jersey here in the dollar break. Julius Peppers. I'm going to start shuffling one of these out every couple of weeks until we have some new ones to go with the O'Neal. More Funkos. Dan Marino, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Jordan Love, Ellie De La Cruz, Drew Brees, Terry Bradshaw, Shaquille O'Neal. Minis. Aaron Rodgers, Jim Kelly, Joe Montana, Jamar Chase, Charles Woodson, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Terry Bradshaw, Bo Jackson, Cooper Kupp. Custom jerseys or non-licensed. Lamar Jackson, Ellie De La Cruz, Emmitt Smith, Nikola Jokic, 1999 Dallas Stars champs, bunch of signatures on there. Don Cherry, Dan Marino, Christian McCaffrey. More full sizes, almost there. Tony Gonzalez, Archie Manning, Josh Jacobs, Derek Brooks, Matthew Golden, and Cam Newton. And then I didn't put this on there one. Baker Mayfield frame is also choice. The rest are shown individually. He's just not grouped with all the other things. So let's go over to the dice roll. Okay, we are closed. What did I say? 377. I have it copied. If you're in this week, good luck. This is the right week to be in because very few compared to normal. Let's go over here. Okay. Needs to be 7 or higher. If it's not 7 or higher, I will re-roll again until we get a number that's 7 or higher. That works. 12. At least it's a smaller list to run 12 times. 12. Okay, let's go over here. Let's paste our name. Should be 377 after the first roll. Let's make sure. 377. Okay. 12 times total. Top name on the 12th roll. So don't look at 7 through 11. It'll only bring you heartbreak. That person on number 12 can pick whatever they want. There's 2. There's 3. There's 4. Oops, sorry, it's scrolling a little too early. Sorry. 5. Halfway there on 6. There's 7. There's 8. There's 9. We're getting there. There's 10. 2 more. Here comes 11. And our final one, number 12, will get us our winner. 3, 2, 1. Winner is, are you joking me? Brian, how do you do it? I don't think you won a single round before that. Holy moly, Brian. Let's go double check that it's 12. I think that's Brian's like 5th dollar break win. That's unreal. 12 times. Are you here, Brian? I think you said last time there was something you wanted, and you ended up going for the other item for your family. Maybe it's time to pick up the item you want now. 12 times. Thanks for joining, everyone. Sorry if you didn't win. We will do it again in 2 weeks. Maybe I'll change the format or do something. Probably not. We'll just hope we get a few more claims next time. Brian E. Mark, very close. Brady said to me today, let's go back to back. He was right. He gave you that good luck. Man, oh man. There's our top 10. Sorry if you didn't win, guys. Congrats if you did. There's a few duplicates in there, so you guys were close with a couple of your claims. Brian taking it. Brady knows. Okay. Let's go back over here. I cannot remember the one that you said, this is the item that I want, but I am going with Taylor Swift. That's what they want. Are you still leaning towards that, or did something new catch your attention? If you know what you want, you can tell me now. Let everyone else know. If not, you can tell me later. We know how it works. Okay. Dollar breaks over. Thanks for joining, guys. Like I said, we'll do it again in 2 weeks' time, I'm assuming. Okay, back to, let's see if we can get this a little closer, guys. The only thing we're struggling on is the East Coast jerseys. There's still a ton of big names that are unclaimed. It is a pick one random one format instead of pick one random two. So we would drop from 37 to 27. We can go back to pick one random two, or we can try a one boxer on Wednesday if necessary. Don't know what pricing will look like. Pick one random two would be close to 40 after losing a few names here, and then pick one random one with a one boxer would be a lot cheaper. So we'll see. I think, yeah, just let me know, Brian. You know the spiel. Let me know tonight if you can, or in the morning at the latest, and then that way, I mean, take a couple days if you want to. But Carlos, any Rangers? I think the only two Rangers, one hit and one got claimed. So Kovalev got claimed, and Will Cooley got hit. Let me read through them, though. I'll see if there's any more Rangers. We need 6 to close it, so I'm going to read these a few times if needed. We'll do our Funko in a second here, and then our mini helmet, and then come back and do East Coast before we start football. But we're still a few claims away. These are 27 per. You pick one random one. There's still going to be some solos for 13 each as well. Okay, players that are left. Adrian Kempe on the Kings. Alexander Barkov on the Panthers. Andrei Svechnikov on the Hurricanes. Andrei Vasilevsky on the Lightning. Andrew Mangiapane on the Oilers. Bernie Parent on the Flyers. Billy Smith on the Islanders. Brett Hull, Red Wings. Cam York, Flyers. Claude Giroux, Senators. Elvis Merzlikins, Blue Jackets. Felix Potvin, Maple Leafs. Gabriel Velarde, Jets. Gary Cheevers, Bruins. Grant Fuhr, Oilers. Jake Evans, Canadiens. Jared McCann, Kraken. Joseph Woll, Maple Leafs. Kirill Marchenko, Blue Jackets. Take Panthers. Was it the first Panther you saw, though? Barkov, Carlos? I'm assuming is what you meant. I don't know where I was, so I'll just start here. Gary Cheevers, Bruins. Grant Fuhr, Oilers. Those are both career jerseys. Jake Evans, Canadiens. Jared McCann, Kraken. Joseph Woll, Maple Leafs. Kirill Marchenko, Blue Jackets. Kyle Connor, Jets. Matt Boldy, Wild. Matt Coronado, Flames. Mike Matheson, Canadiens. Milan Hajduk, Avalanche. Nick Paul, Lightning. Nikita Zadorov, Flames. Philip Kurashev, Blackhawks. Peter Kochetkov, Hurricanes. Rogie Vachon on the Canadiens. Thomas Chabot, Senators. Trent Frederick, Oilers. Trevor Linden, Canucks. Tyler Seguin, Stars. And that is the end of the list. So we are down to still 5 left, I think. Somewhere in that range. So that was, who was that? That was Carlos. Taken Barkov. James going to take Cheevers. Great choice, James. Larry taking Fuhr. Charles got you. So I'll put Louis Boldy. How far away are we now? 2 away. Appreciate it, guys. That makes it go a little quicker. 4 rapid claims there. Let's get rid of Daryl. What's up, man? I got to ask you, Daryl. How come you switch back to one boxers? Were you getting some complaints or something? Probably not. You're probably just mixing it up, which is the right thing to do. But I got to ask, man. I love those 2 boxers. Gary Cheevers and Grant Fuhr both gone. For Matt Boldy. Trevor, what's up, man? How you doing? Ordered a Fuhr today. East Coast Training saying, oh, that's cool. Oh, you like pre-ordered the signing before? I've done that a few times. That's cool. Okay, we're just 2 away, 4 to full close, 2 to get us some randoms. I'll come back to this. Let's get going with Funko so we're not hanging out the whole time waiting for this. So we'll come back and get the last 2 closed here when we need to. If you're just jumping in now, there's a few more people watching than earlier. Remember, there's a pull up today. If you get it together, if you get it right as a team together, like right now, it looks like AFC Northwest is leading, NFC Northwest right behind. If that's the division that hits the most, someone will get to pick one of those free mini helmets, whether it's goalie mask, batting helmet, or NFL mini helmet. The other one is the guessing game, which is the gold bag. There is an offensive rookie of the year award winner in there at some point in his career. If you get that right, you get $10 to use tonight. I'll do 2 boxes every 5 breaks. Some guys were claiming 3 to 4 guys. It was a lot to ask them to deliver. Yeah, no problem. That's right up my alley though, Daryl. 3 or 4 guys in a 2-boxer. I get it. I totally do. I was just making sure. I didn't know someone was giving you a hard time for it. They seem to be feeling fine, but it can add up. That's probably why we're going to do a 1-boxer on Wednesday, maybe. We've done 2 boxers forever, so we might stick with it. But okay, let's go to the Funko, guys. We'll come back and fill East Coast in a second. In the Funko, Tom, I don't think anyone had any trades in this. Please let me know if you guys did. I don't think, maybe a few got put up, but I don't know. Gonna go with the Jokic. Oh, newer edition. I can't remember if that's what you were leaning towards the other week, though. Maybe it wasn't. Alpha Help should be there Thursday morning, Friday afternoon. No rush, Thomas. I may be out of town. Well, not by then. We'll talk about. It'll be a weird week, one of these weeks, whether we skip a break or we do Monday, Tuesday, or they get pushed back. Something's going to change in the next week or two for Easter-ish time for family trip. So I'll let you guys know. Jokic, Brian, I got you. That's only been in for a week or two, or a claim or two, so it'll be gonzo. Which is funny timing because I haven't opened it yet, but we got a Jokic going back for license series. So NBA will get Jokic. We've had him a few times, so maybe wait a little bit, but he'll be back in. Hard to not put the MVP in there. Tom, you had Cena, Alvarez, Bryce Dallas Howard, and Wilkins. Bill S. Wemby, Tyson, Metcalf, Guerrero. Hey, that kept happening where people were hitting on their names they usually claim. Billy, you got Tyson as random. Jonathan R. Rodman, Chad Johnson, Josh Allen, Jason Kidd. Steve A. Judge, Singletary, Hurts, and X-Pac. Chad, Bedard, Blair, Van Dam, Stratus, Rhodes, Belair, Taylor, and Diesel. Nick F. Applegate, Sheen, Iverson, Mysterio. And by the way, it doesn't matter if it gets here while I'm gone, Thomas. I have them shipped to like a P.O. box type thing, so I'm not going to sit on my porch or anything. Brad W. Barry Sanders, Ron Howard, David Faustino, Flavor Flav. Brian W. Ripley, Magic, Booker, Malone, Lehman, Henderson, Chevy Chase, and Jamar Chase. Both Chases. Jason T. Kelsey, Io Sky, Undertaker, and Terry Bradshaw. Dwayne, you had Fox, Otis, Baylor, and Taylor. That's Jonathan Taylor. Trevor, you had Marino, Michael B. Jordan, Deion Sanders, Warren Moon, Larry V. Seagal, Marine, Reigns, and Bliss. Christie, O'Neill, Irving, Barry, Miz, Bird, Jefferson, Tomlinson, Hull, De La Cruz, Thomason, Nicholas, Behringer, and Ray Lewis. Vlad, you had Stone Cold Steve Austin, Matthew Demerit, Tyreek Hill, and Zelina Vega. Solos were Love going to Jason, McIntyre going to Tom, and Lambert going to Chris. If we hit a football player here, we'll count it towards the division, so put that into your calculations. If we'll close the poll when we get to Racky and Big L's. No dice roll needed. Thank goodness. I've been the worst roller lately. We're to our last box. I do have another case, so we'll start a new case probably next week, unless we take a break. But this is box 1. We've opened 2 through 6. I think there's 6. 2 through 6. 1 left. This is when we're opening. We'll open the new case. We'll crack the case live together the next time we do it. But this, and then we'll have all the names that hit return. So if one of the guys hit that you like, it'll be back available to claim the next time. We've seen duplicates all the time, so clean slate on the names. Oh, there we go. There we go. And so I always look at the camera instead of this, so I don't get it ruined either. It's like I'm watching my own stream. Okay, here we go. Good luck, all. 3, 2, 1. See, we've seen that one before, and I love hitting this one. Nice yellow ink across the corners there. Football, so this is going to count towards the bounty tonight. That's Terry Bradshaw. I don't think he was claimed. It was most likely a random. Let me see where it went. And that is AFC North, yeah, which is the one that's leading. NFC North's right behind. This might be a trick to make you guys stay on that when maybe it's not the right division, but we'll see. Great hit. Terry Bradshaw, yellow ink on this. I need to get me one of these in my collection, too. I just don't know anybody that breaks Funkos that I can join. I know a few, but I don't join them. I don't know them. I've seen other people do. Who had Terry? Was not claimed, so it's going to be a random. Let me start scouring through here. Terry. There it is. Final random on the Travis Kelce claim. Travis Kelce, Io Sky, Undertaker, Terry Bradshaw going to Jason T. Jason hitting Terry Bradshaw. You hear Jason? I don't know if I've seen him comment yet. I don't know if I've seen his guess or anything, but he's hitting here. Congrats, Jason. Nice one there. Terry Bradshaw, AFC North hit. Finishing it off with football, so I think we hit a few football in this case. We hit him, maybe last case, but it might have been the case before that. I don't mind anything Terry Bradshaw. Great hit. Okay, congrats, Jason. Let's move on to the mini helmets. As you can see, we got 3 here, just like the batting. I bought 3 of each just to do something different for a little bit, and we're running with them. Box 1, box 2, box 3 labeled. Let's read off who has who, and then we'll roll the dice and get one of them and crack it open. Yeah. There we go. Okay. In the mini helmet, SP, you've got Boston and Carolina, Bill S., Washington, Columbus, Jonathan R., Rangers in Vegas, Chad, Chicago, Pittsburgh, Dallas, Buffalo. Oops, sorry, that's not Chad, it's Brad. Chad, Chicago, and Dallas. Brad, Pittsburgh, Buffalo. Just because you both end with AD, I think it's the same person. Brian W., Winnipeg, Seattle, Jason T., Toronto, and the Islanders. Louis, you have Detroit and New Jersey. Scott, San Jose, Florida, Colorado, Minnesota, Los Angeles, Tampa, Ottawa, Philly. Trevor, you've got Nashville, Vancouver, Larry V, Edmonton, Anaheim, Jonathan R, Arizona, Utah combo, and St. Louis. Brian W, Calgary, and Montreal. So let's close this. And let's get our dice roller here. We need a 1, 2, or a 3. 1 on top, 3 on bottom, 2 in the middle. Hey, first roll. Had a 50% chance there. Box 3. So bottom box is what we're rolling with here. 1 and 2 will move away. Let's see something cool from these. This is box 8 of 100 for those keeping track from series. This is series 4. I could have sworn that I typed. No, I think I'm just confusing with the batting helmet. Yes, I am. Okay. We also have boxes 32 and 88. 32 and 88. We're opening box 8 first. Good luck, all. Seriously? It's like the batting helmets. I used to always say, let's get a chrome, and we finally had a chrome. I want to hit a goalie helmet, although the majority of these headliners are not goalie helmets. Goalie helmets are cool. I'd like to see 1 out of these 3 be a goalie helmet. Headliner or not. Let's see if we have something fun here. HP mini hockey helmet. Thanks for joining this one, guys. We'll do 2 more of them. I don't have any more on the way. Same with the batting helmets, but if we like them, I can do them more often. If not, there'll be something that pops up from time to time like they always do. Remember, this is just the generic one. If we do hit, we don't do a ton of hit parade, but if we hit the one that says share your hit, whoever wins the item gets the credit as well. You guys will always get the freebie credit or items or whatever it is if you are to hit one. This is like wrapped up in this. We're going to keep it in this. Interesting. Okay, I see the team. I saw the backside. Here we go. I'll try to. No, I don't know how to try to do it. If I can do it this way, back of the helmet, maybe you won't see what it is. 3, 2, 1. White helmet. Good luck, everyone. 3, 2, 1. St. Louis. I'm going to take the lid off. I want to try to see who it is before I cheat and see the label. Although I don't really recognize it to begin with there. All right, here's our auto. Yeah, that didn't really help me recognize it either. I'll cheat here, but see if anybody else knows it before I do that. It's probably a name I should know. St. Louis Blues hitting on the first one. Looks like maybe number 15. Is this one of the guys we pulled from the jerseys and I'm just not recognized? Oh, I see the name. I should have known this one. Robert Thomas. Larry V knew. Nick knew. You guys both knew. I guess we haven't. I think Robert Thomas is. Well, no, maybe it was last checklist he was on. We've pulled a ton of other guys from East Coast. Robert Thomas is one that's popular out there. Not a ton with East Coast, but other spots. That's probably why I didn't recognize it, because we don't see him a ton compared to other guys. Cool. Robert Thomas, St. Louis Blues. Let me see who had him. Hold on. So not one of the pictured headliners. They don't do the labels on the bottom anymore. Yeah, that's a fun hit. That's cool. I actually have a Robert Thomas jersey in my collection, but I hit it a long time ago, so not fresh on my mind for the signature there. As a random, 4 is almost towards the bottom for Jonathan R. Spot 15, Jonathan R. St. Louis Blues on your random for the combo spot. Jonathan, nice hit. Robert Thomas, Hip Parade Blues Classic Hockey Mini Helmet. That's cool. I wouldn't mind doing more mini helmets. They're kind of cool. I looked for NFL mini helmets this last week, and there was none that I wanted to buy. So hopefully soon we'll start doing those again. We'll leave it out over here, out of the way for now. Congrats, Jonathan. Great hit. Sorry to everyone else, as I always say. Better luck next time with that one. Okay, let's keep it. I think we're to East Coast now. We're 2 away, thanks to a few of you guys claiming. So I'm going to read through the names one more time. You can mute me if you've already heard me read it twice. 2 more closes. 4 with full closes, but 2 good randoms, and we can sell the randoms. These are 27 per. Pick one random, and we're down to 50 names. Is that right? 50 names. Pucks, yes. I'm trying to. I actually do have pucks on the way. It'll be it's not like the dozen. We've done the dozen. I don't really like the pricing on the dozen, but I have a 3 stars puck coming from Hip Parade where it's a combo pack of 3. We'll do those soon. I got 1 to try it out and see what we think about it. East Coast is also working on some pucks for us, so we'll start doing more pucks. Not as much as we used to, but I know there's a few of you guys that are looking for those, so we'll get them going at some point. Okay, in the East Coast jersey, we're going to do a 2-boxer. We've got 14 boxes left. See if we can pull one of those scratched up boxes to see if anything happened to them. 2 names will close us. If not, maybe we'll run a bunch of randoms, but don't want to do that. So again, mute me if you've already heard me read these. I'm going to do it one more time. Adrian Kempe, Kings. Andrei Svechnikov. Andrei Vasilevsky. Andrew Mangiapane. Bernie Parent. Billy Smith. Brett Hull, Red Wings. Cam York. Claude Giroux. Elvis Merzlikins. Felix Potvin. Gabriel Velarde. Jake Evans. Jared McCann. Joseph Wool. Kirill Marchenko. Kyle Connor. Matt Coronado. Mike Matheson. Milan Hayduk. Nick Paul, Nikita Zadorov, Philip Kurashev, Peter Kachika, Roji Vachon, Thomas Chabot, Trent Frederick, Trevor Linden, and Tyler Seguin. So 2 left there to close this fully, and then we'll get some randoms going. Jason, late to the show. What did I miss? You might want to rewind. Or I can just tell you what hit if you'd like. Happy to do that, but I always hate spoiling stuff for people if I can avoid it. Get your votes in on the bounty. Get your guesses in on the gold bag. It is an Offensive Rookie of the Year award winner. Those will stop on this next break, and we'll close the poll. Tell me, Kelsey. Wasn't Kelsey. Terry Bradshaw, which was your random, Jason. So you did hit a nice Terry Bradshaw Funko. That's great. Mini helmet was the Blues, Robert Thomas, and that's all we've opened. Dollar break went to Brian. He's unstoppable. And that's all we've done so far. We'll run the jerseys here in a second, just waiting on 2 spots to close. And then after that, we're full until we get to Big Al's, where there's just 2 spots left. Lambert and Bradshaw next to each other. That's cool. So 2 left in Big Al's. After that, we'll do some live fills. Big Al's, Racky, and some licensed jerseys from Big Al's. But before we get there, we need 2 more spots claimed on these licensed jerseys. So we'll hang out here for a second. Sorry to make you guys wait. I'm going to grab a drink really fast. In all these hockey lines, I've never hit the first item. Please change that tonight. What do you mean the first item? Like you've hit your randoms? Or you just never hit a hockey item? Oh, Daryl picked Linden. I missed that. Sorry, Daryl. There was a time where Linden was used frequently in headliner pitchers. So it's a cool. I don't know a lot about him, but I know there's a story with him. Making sure I'm just getting tagged on 50 things. It's not to do with Nairo. Okay, 1 away. Trevor Linden gone. I know who you have tonight, Chad. You've got your hometown kid, Connor Bedard. I don't think we've pulled a Bedard yet from East Coast. He's been a headliner 2 or 3 times. Would love. I'll guess cheeseburger in the bag. Cheeseburger ready? Holy tags, man. I get it. Okay, 1 left to close this, guys. We're almost there. If you want me to tell you if there's any from a team left, let me know. I can look at the team. While we're waiting, let's get the boxes going, and then I'll roll the randoms after. Let's get 2 boxes. Actually, I'm superstitious. I'm not going to do that. Someone's going to say, you usually do those after. I would have hit if you did it after or something. I'm not going to do that. I already have enough enemies. I don't need more. Okay, 1 closes us, guys. 1 more spot. Several past headliner type names hanging out on this list as well. 1 will do it. 27, pick 1 random. 2 boxer. If we change it to a 1 boxer on Wednesday, it'll likely be $14. I'll have to look at that. But if we did a pick 1 random 2, it would likely be $21 as a 1 boxer if we changed it to 1. So we will see. I would have won the dollar break if my name had come out on top. Tim, see, I say don't pay attention. I pay attention. Tim, I think you'd won like 3 of the previous 4 rounds or 5 rounds before that. They weren't the ones that counted, but I was paying attention to that. I know. Woulda, coulda, shoulda, woulda, whatever. Same with me. I'm in one hockey break tonight. I don't know if it's run or not yet. I'll have to check it later. 3 boxer. I think it's a 3 boxer. It might be in 2 if the other one filled up too. Almost there, guys. Sorry to make you wait. Just 1 more spot to claim. I'd rather not have 6 randoms. I'd rather just do 4 randoms. So we'll still have to close 4 individuals at 13 apiece once we get this filled up. We're getting there. Yeah, I guess I don't mind doing 6 solos at 13 if that helps, but I will not run with multiples unbought. So I would have won the dollar break if nobody else entered. Can you imagine? Yeah, if I could join the dollar break, my dollar break, man, there's just so many fun items. I think I would go heavier than I should probably go on that. Brad used to do dollar breaks, and I would go. I think the least I would do in his is 50, and I won a few, and I had some fun items with Brad doing that. But that's me. Billy Smith. Okay, that one closes us. We'll get some solos going here. It'll be 4 solos. Brian, I got you. Thank you. Billy Smith. Okay, should be 27. There is to our 23, right? Yep. So I'll figure out the format for Wednesday. Either be a 1 box or we'll just do another 2 box like this. The problem is I should probably not ruffle any feathers, but if you claim 10, in a pool of a bunch, you should expect to lose way more often than you win. That's why I go 50 or more. And if I did only do 5 or 10, I would just understand that that's how it works, I guess. Got to get lucky instead of just a little bit lucky. Okay, let's get it rolling. Here's the 27 names. Bottom 4 will be, what did I say, $13 solos. As soon as we see them, just claim one at a time, please, and I'll mark them off as they get claimed. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I get it. Okay, solos. Hey, Duke, Svechnikov, Connor, and Kochetkov. All great names. 2 Hurricanes there. Hurricanes are what? The top 5 team right now in the league? Close to it? Top 6, top 7? Okay, these are our $13 solos. Milan Hajduk, Avalanche Fanatics Premium. Andrei Svechnikov, Hurricanes Fanatics. Kyle Connor, Jets, Adidas, and Peter Kochetkov, Hurricanes Fanatics. Those are our $13 solos. Let's see what I've got here. Jason with Hajduk or Hedjuk. I don't fault you guys too much on the misspelling of hockey names. You guys sure fault me on the pronunciation, though. Connor is the next one I see is Daryl. Hey, Duke, a little behind Nick. Svechnikov is going to James and Peter. So Hurricanes. The problem with Craig, Carlos, I know you guys are claiming Hurricanes. There's 2 of them. And then I have James claiming Peter. So I'm going to let James decide. James, if you want to let one of the Hurricane players, claimers, like Craig was the first one to say Hurricanes, I'll give it to him. If you, I'm giving it to you otherwise, James. Since there's 2 Hurricanes, I need to be specific there. I know they're harder to type, but it's yours, James, unless you want to spread the wealth, and I'll hand it off to Craig, was the first Hurricane claim there at the end. But I don't know which ones they were claiming, so just let me know, James. If you want to keep, it's yours to keep. Craig says he can have it. Okay. He was the one that claimed it by name, so I'm going to give it to James. He just said you can have it, James. So 13 each on those. We are full. Let me read off the randoms here, and then we'll do our box numbers. Yep, I appreciate you guys. I know most of you just trying to help it fill so we can get on with tonight. I appreciate that. More watching now than before. Again, 2 games, a 3rd game coming up soon with Radke for college guests, but we'll get there when we're done with this. Yeah, I got you. Trust me. The 2 games are division. Guess which division you think is going to come out the most tonight. They're in pairs of 2. If you do that, the winner, someone from all these, will put all the names in. Someone will get to pick a freebie. The other one is guessing some who the offensive rookie of the year is that I have in this gold bag. If you guess who it is, you get credit to use tonight. Those are the 2 guessing games. And this one, Jeff H. You've got Hal and Vachon, Nick F. Sundin and Velarde, Chad Bedard and Coronado, Jonathan R. Fleury, Kempe, Olmark, Perrant, Askarov, Potvin. Daryl, you have Kovalev and McCann, Jason T. Geeky, and Vasilevsky. And you just said Vasilevsky's up for trade. Shabbat for Vasi is a trade offer. Shabbat. Senators, Thomas Shabbat for trade for Vasi. Jason. McCann or York for trade for Daryl. I'll get there in a second and highlight him as well. Jason, I read off. Jeff H. Chelios and Marchenko. Daryl, Gauthier and York. Brian, Gunther, Giroux, Yossi, Zadorov, Dostal, and Mangiapane. Trevor J., you have Forsberg and Brett Hull on the Red Wings. Jonathan R. Esposito and Nick Paul. Brian W. Wolf, Merzlikins, Larry V. Holes, Stars, and Shabbat. Carlos Barkov and Kurashev. That's Blackhawks on that one. James, Cheevers and Evans. Larry V., you have Fuhr and Wool. Louis, Boldy, and Frederick. Daryl, Linden, and Matheson. Brian W., Billy Smith, and Tyler Seguin. Jason T., you had Hey Duke. Daryl, you had Connor, and James, you had the Hurricanes, Svechnikov and Kochetkov. Okay, let's see. Vasi up for trade. I'll give you guys a second while I'm running the box numbers. Shabbat is a pass. Vasi for York. Daryl had McCann or York for trade. Daryl, do you want to trade Vasi for York? And then he also offered Wool for Vasi too, Jason, if the York is a no-go. Velarde was also a trade offer, so you got a bunch of offers there. It looks like you picked York, and Daryl says that's fine. Okay. I'm going to do a quick type and just do Vasi trade. And York trade. Okay, the rest of you, if you want to trade, if stuff's up for trade, looks like McCann is up for trade still. The rest were offers for Vasi, so if you want to trade still, let me know, but we got those two traded. All right, let's get our box numbers going here. I'm 99% sure I already copied that, but just to save us time. Don't have a flyer yet. Flyers have been playing great. I watched the game last night and watched, was it overtime? Zegras, just to let him walk right down the ice and bury the game against, it was a good team too. I can't remember who it was. It's against a decent team though. Okay, 7 times we got our top 2 box numbers. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 1 and 4. What is it with us getting numbers that are right next to each other? Again, top 2. Sheesh, 7 times, 1 and 4. Easy peasy for me. Get rid of 1, 4, and you guys can finish your trade talk, which was, I've traded 1 pulled jersey already. What's another? Shabbat or Wool for Kurashev? Kurashev went where? Carlos, you have Kurashev Blackhawks if you want to trade for Shabbat on the Senators or Wool on the Maple Leafs. If you want to stick with Kurashev, let me know. If you want to trade for one of those two, let me know. I'm going to close and get these boxes out of the way. 1 and 4. What are we going to get next time? 53 and 59? I think that's the 3rd time in a row that they've been near each other or right next to each other. These away. Rain helmets. So I'm going to grab a drink and then we'll open this. Oh boy. Keep. Okay. We are good to go then. Boxes 1 and 4. Good luck after this. We'll close the poll, get the guesses going, and we'll get rolling with the football portion of the night. Everything's football until our final break, which is a mixture of sports for our multi-sport licensed jersey series. We'll start here. We've pulled something fun in every 2 boxes so far this series. Let's see if we can keep it up tonight. Box 1. Here we go. Three, 2, 1. It's been a while. We pulled this guy on several customs in the past when we used to do the custom series. It's been a long time. But this is a fun one. Inscribed as well. Hall of Fame 84. The Michael Myers mask dude, which is pretty sweet. At least I think that's who it is, right? He's the one. 2 cups. Bernie Parent, who's passed away. Has he really? What a great hit. Hey, we were talking about Flyers. It was the wrong Flyer, Jason, but Bernie Parent. Fanatics Premium. I love the Flyers jerseys. I don't know why. I think that, I say it every time, but I think the white nameplate looks great with the black lettering and the orange around it. Looks awesome. Daryl. 2 cups. East Coast COA, great hit here. Hold on, I'll see who has them. I would go out of order. Showing it off first since I already unwrapped it. Great hit. It's been a little bit since we've had them in the series. Like I said, we've pulled them a ton on like other stuff, mini helmets in the past, or custom jerseys, pucks. I don't know that we've ever had them on a licensed jersey, so this is cool. Bernie Parent. Parent. Is it French? You Canadian? Bernie Parent. No, it's not parent like I used to say. Bernie Parent. When did he pass away, Nick? All right, where's Parent? Was not claimed, even though it probably should have been or could have been this series. He's not, but the name is. Oh, okay. You're like, no, you actually do say parent. There it is. The 5th random on the Olmark spot. Jonathan R. taking Bernie Parent, Flyers Fanatics Premium last September, so not that long ago, huh? That's a great hit, Jonathan. Congrats. One felt a little light, so I was thinking, man, do we have a Fanatics breakaway, which I think there's only 1 or 2. It got my brain thinking, but some of the jerseys, I think some Detroit regular, like even Fanatic premiums, even feel a little lighter too. I don't know what it is about certain logos or stuff. Box 4, here we go. That was a random, but a great random to hit. I think we've hit a claim in all but 1. So well, I think we've only had 3 breaks, I guess. We've hit several claims so far, though. Okay, here we go. Oh, nice. 3, 2, 1. Another highly inscribed one. This one's got even more ink on it. What a beautiful jersey. We know who that is. We've hit this jersey, I don't know, 3 or 4 series ago. Islanders, who are on the outside looking in barely for the playoffs. They'd probably be in if they were in the West. 4 cups, 88 Vezina, 83 Conn Smythe, Hall of Fame 93, 83 Jennings, Billy Smith. It's a great jersey. And that one was claimed late, right? It was. Brian W., Billy Smith. I saw it claimed late. I didn't know if it was a solo or a full. This is a full claim. Great hit. Congrats, you two. Sorry to everyone else. I know a few of you guys are on some bad streaks. Hopefully it changes. Some of you guys keep rolling. That's a great hit. Goalie. So that's a couple goalies, huh? Billy Smith, multi-inscribed. So this is the ones they call career jerseys. If they've got a bunch of their career accomplishments on it. There's a few more of those still claimable in the series. I love seeing them come out. New York Islanders, Fanatics Premium, classic logo here. Yes, we will try to get Matthew Schaefer as soon as we can in the series. I'll try to get him for my series, or maybe we'll do it for Winner's Choice with the other stuff like the Ovies and the Orrs and the Matthews. Speaking of Islanders, Schaefer, I know Nick and I were talking about him. Fight strap on both these, both Fanatics Premiums. Some East Coast teams there, Philadelphia and New York Islanders. Brian, nice hit. Congrats. Okay. Let's keep it rolling. Both orange jerseys, orange-ish. I love both those. Not the pictured headliner type names there, but great jerseys. Okay, let's keep it rolling. Who watched that Duke UConn game yesterday? My poor wife, man. She loved Duke because of Coach K, and she loves LSU women because of I can't think of her name right now. She talks about it all the time. I think she's hilarious. But the girls coach for LSU. LSU lost to Duke in the women's by a step back buzzer beater when we were driving home at midnight from the dance thing on Saturday. So she was sad at dinner, 11 p.m. dinner. And then yesterday she's rooting for Duke, and they inbound that ball and it gets tipped around. They don't guard that guy that shoots from the logo. Just pure shot. It's crazy, man. I usually root for Duke too. I know there's a lot that hate Duke. I don't hate Duke. I like Coach K too, so I usually root for him. That shot cost me $200. Need Duke to win by 1.5. It was insane. That was almost like Villanova-ish type shot. Turned it off. Duke was up by a bunch. Yeah, it was like 98% chance to win again. They've had like 4 losses like that. I keep seeing that. It's crazy. I left and went grocery shopping. For my wife's like, we got a bunch of stuff to do today. You want to do this or that? And I'm like, I'll go grocery shopping. Came back. I walked inside. And she said they're only down by 6 or something. And I'm like, what? Watched that buzzer beater. 2 sad days for my wife. Okay. We are Taraki, so we'll close the poll, do all that stuff in a second. Let's see who has who. We're down to 8 boxes. These are the 8. We've already run randoms. Jason has Arizona up for seller trade if anybody wants to grab the Cardinals in this one, $18, or if you want to offer trade. Greg, you have San Fran, Buffalo, Denver, and Kansas City. Bill S., you have Detroit, Vegas, Chicago, and Washington. Jonathan R., New England, New York Jets, Rams, and Tampa. Tim, you had Pittsburgh and Minnesota. Elliot, you bought his random as Houston. And Carlos, you bought the random for the Chargers. Brian W., Giants and Carolina. David L., Philadelphia, Tennessee, Baltimore, Atlanta, and Cincy, Seattle. Jim V., you've got Green Bay and Jacksonville. Brad, Indy, Cleveland, New Orleans, Miami, and Jason T. closes with Dallas and Arizona. Arizona is up if anybody's interested. See that? I tried to say it a bunch of times for you, Jason. Beat you to the punch. Let's get a box number here, and then we'll talk about the polls and close it down and see if anybody has some credit. Oops, that's the wrong button. It's this one. Not integers. Okay, 7 times to get our box number. There's 1. I was going to say there should be 8 items. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Box 4. We still had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 when I was counting them up, and then 9, 10, 11. 4 is now gone. I don't have them in order, but I did put them in stacks of 2 at least. 7 times box 4. Let's stop sharing this. Go over here, grab box 4, which is on the bottom of box 5. Box 4. Okay. Yes, and the other guessing game, since we're doing it all together. Guess a college team you think this player was drafted from. If you get it right, you move on to next week. We have one person that got it right last week, and that was Tim. Tim had Notre Dame. Ironically, the team that Tim hits all the time, that he's just trying to hit a dang NFL helmet and gets Notre Dame helmets. So, Tim, all eyes on you. If you get it right, you get some credit already. We'll wait, though, because if you get it right 3 weeks in a row, you win a free full size. This guessing game has nothing to do with winning this helmet. It has everything to do with winning credit or something with me. I like guessing games. I like making it fun on the side. I'll try to guess a team, too. Last chance as well to guess a Offensive Player of the Year award winner in this bag. If you get it right, you get $10 credit to use tonight. I'm going to move this because I'm scared I'm going to knock it off. Put it there. And then poll, is it close, or did you guys stick with it's close-ish, but there's a bunch of votes, so I'll give it one more minute, but I think you guys are going to stick with a 1-point lead here. I'm just going to close it. I'm going to let you guys have the 1-point lead. Why not? Let's see. Make sure I was reading that right. Let's go to live chat. So even if you're not in any break tonight, you're just hanging out watching, you can guess a college team. No wrong answers here. Unless you guess BYU. Just joking. BYU has a ton of players in the NFL. Who did Tim pick? Tim picked Ohio State, Tim. You were the one that has a chance to get the 2. Okay. I'm going to reveal the helmet here. I know for sure at least one person got it right. I think maybe 2 or 3 got it right. I'll go up to the top here. Oh, I can't go to the top, so honor code, please. I can only see so far. Maybe you guys can go up at the top still. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. I know for sure that I know for sure someone got it right because it's very close to the top there. Bill B just said Herbie in the bag, and he got it. Drew Brees would be, you know, I like Drew Brees on Chargers, but that's in a different case down the way. Right, I do like Ryan Leaf too. I think his helmets are fun to have. Justin Herbert, Jay Herbie. Bill B had Herbert, and someone else said Herbert too, and I can't remember who it is, and it's now blocked unless I just skipped it. Let's see. I know for sure one other person at least said Justin Herbert, but it is now above the line that I can see, so it's gone. Who was it? Who said Herbie? Was it you, Kyle? That doesn't surprise me. Kyle on the guessing train. You guys. No cheeseburger, Eddie. I forget who it was. I think it was Gila that traded me. I've got a cheeseburger Eddie Rave Mini. Maybe it was someone else. I need to get a full size for him. I just don't want. I don't want a classic. I mean, I will, but I've got so many classic Green Bay helmets. I need to try to get a little more. Whatever. Okay, so I'm pretty sure it was just you two. If there's another person that got it, please let me know. There's a reason I saved the YouTube videos with the comments so that you can go back and read comments later if you'd like. Don't know how well it works, but I click the button that does it, and usually it works for me when I go back and look. Bill B, $10. Kyle C, $10. Okay. You guys are going for the AFC North, AFC West. Why do they keep doing that? I have my laptop editing the jersey names, and then it keeps it highlighted for the rest of the dang day down there. Like there's someone eavesdropping on my page, but it's just my laptop. Well, there it goes. Okay, AFC North, AFC West, what you guys looking for? You are already up 1-0 to 0 because I should stop counting those, but it makes it a little more interesting. Time for this. College guesses are up. My college guess is going to be, I'm going to guess someone's in the Final Four. Who's in the Final Four? Illinois, Michigan, UConn. Who was the other team that I'm missing? Arizona, Illinois, UConn, and Michigan. I just said them all. Okay, then I guess I have to pick Michigan. Michigan. I want Arizona to win to break the curse of the west of Texas line, saying we can't win out here. We need Arizona to do it, though. I think the last one that did it was Arizona, right? Like in 1996 or 1997. Break the curse of the line through West Texas. Dare you to guess UConn. You triple dog dare me? Oh man. There is a player a football player that played at UConn that's notable. I can't think of who it is right now. Who is it? Wasn't there a quarterback or something? Or a running back? Who was it that's a UConn alum in the NFL? Maybe there's not. Maybe I'm going crazy. That was the Mike Bibby team, right? It might have been. They've had several good teams. Gonzaga, too. Or no, didn't Gonzaga win recently to break that? Orlovsky? Dan Orlovsky? I thought Gonzaga won recently. They're west of that. Did they not win? I feel like I just saw that it's been so many years. Wasn't he? He might be. Okay, here we go. Ooh. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Yes, I have to grunt a little bit when it's an authentic. Starting off with a classic, and like I always say, with a little bit of reasoning, there's very little specialties for Vegas. So when you pull Vegas, it's a lot better chance it's going to be a classic. Man, this could go anywhere from Bo Jackson to Ashton Genty to I could even see like Jim Plunkett or something on this. This could be anyone. Raiders authentic classic. Show me Rich Gannon. Just kidding. And it's authentic. Who had Raiders? I just really looked and I forgot to. That is the second random going to Bill S on your Detroit line. Bill, congrats. Here we go. Russell Jamarcus would be cool. I'd keep it Jamarcus Russell. 3, 2, 1. See, I kind of had a thought that it wasn't going to be. I said Bo and Genty because that's who I want to see, but we see them a lot too. I was thinking it might be someone a little off the path, and it was. We just pulled him from my series last week, I think, or the week before. Howie Long. Howie Long on the authentic classic. That's cool. I like that one. I don't think we ever pulled him from Racky, so that's a fun one to hit. Bill, congrats. Nice hit there. On the random as well. AFC West. Isn't that your division again? Uh-oh. You guys are already up 2. I might be giving away Sosa, Kokkonen, or Rivas tonight. No one guessed the college? Are you saying that Howie Long was Villanova? There's no way. I just really talked about Villanova. He was Villanova? I was just saying that UConn shot was like the Villanova shot. I can't remember his name. I swear, man, it's like right on the tip of my tongue, and then I forget it. Villanova. Okay, so you guys can keep your guesses for the next live fill rack. Yeah, when it's a smaller school, I don't count it against you. If we ever happens twice, there's nothing I can do. So redo on the next the live fill we do later tonight after our 2 Big Al's boxes will be. You can keep your same colleges. Don't guess again. Just keep it. I should probably like take a screenshot or something. So you guys don't try to pull a fast one on me. Hold on, I'm gonna do it. Snipping tool, as if anyone would ever do that. A few of you might. NCAA, look, I already have one like that. Let's see. Yep, I got all the guesses in one screenshot. Okay. Bill, congrats. Great hit there. Howie Long, authentic. Time to go over to Big Al's full size. This is what the rest of the night will look like. We have a 4-boxer pre-fill. It's almost full. Just Jacksonville, Vegas left. I'm going to discount them to 39 now for time purposes. So 39 each for both of those. I'll type it. 39 each. Vegas, Jacksonville. We will do a live fill 3-box right after this for 32. We will do a rag key live fill, which your guesses will count for again. Same style. We're down to 7 helmets. This will get us to halfway through the double case. We will do a licensed live fill tonight. The new additions for those that weren't here earlier: Andre Johnson, Texans, Theo Fleury, Flames, and Anthony Penny Hardaway for the Magic. So some fun names there. We'll get boxes going here now, but I'll read off the names as soon as we get these 2. I'll read them now, and we'll get the last 2 filled up. In the 4-boxer, Tim, I've got you with the Arizona Jets combo. Bill S., Atlanta and Baltimore. Bill B., Buffalo. Greg, Carolina, Tennessee combo. Nick F., you have Chicago. Kyle, you have Cincy. Greg, Cleveland. Joseph, Dallas. Greg, Denver. Tim K., Detroit. AJ, Green Bay. Nick B., Houston. Bill S., Indianapolis. Elliot, Kansas City. Brian W., Chargers. Greg, the Rams. Brad, Miami. Carlos, you have Minnesota, New England. Brian W., New Orleans. Greg, the Giants. Bill S., Philadelphia. Brad, Pittsburgh. Elliot, San Francisco. AJ, Seattle. Bill B., Tampa. Trevor, you've got Washington. Throw some bingo balls. I'll leave the screen up since we're still waiting for Jacksonville, Vegas. Black cage here. Notepad with these ones gone, please, from the other day. I want to say we're down to 4 or 5 and last team standing. So maybe we'll find our winner tonight. Maybe Wednesday. I would assume over the next 2 weeks we'll find it. I'll probably jinx this now. We won't. Don't know if I shook this up, so I'll do it now. Don't remember doing that. So 4 numbers here. Out of the way over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fifth one going back in. Okay. Here are our numbers. First number is 96. Almost shoved it in the screen there. 96. Come on, pen. 96. There we go. Next number is 157. 157. Next one, 42. Was Ronnie Lott 42, or is that the other dude? I think Ronnie Lott was 42. 42 and 181. Those weren't focusing great, but hopefully you guys saw them just fine. Okay, we'll hang out here for a second until we get these last 2 spots filled up, and then we'll get rolling. How did this fall out? Discount series bingo ball fell out. 2 of them did. William. Okay, I've already discounted those 2 4-boxer spots. Vegas and Jacksonville down to 39 apiece. So we'll hang out here till we get those filled up. 42 is the answer to what is the meaning of life. Isn't there a movie called 42 for Jackie Robinson, or is that a different number? I remember that being a great movie. I only saw it once, though. Sorry. Drumming to the beat in my ears that you guys can't hear, so all you hear is me smacking the thing. So sorry about that. That's from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I haven't seen that in a long time either. All right, guys, I'm going to grab them, but we cannot open until we close Jacksonville and Vegas. 39 apiece on those 2. Let me grab the boxes. I'll leave the screen up for now. These 2 are opens. Let me grab them. Do a relook for one of them. One of the higher numbers. Higher number. There. Broken Arrow yesterday, Travolta. I've not seen that one. All right, guys, we're still stuck with Jacksonville, Vegas. 39 each. I don't think I'm going to go lower than that on these ones. It's less than $10 a helmet per team per box, or however you want to put it. So we'll hang on for a second. Jacksonville, Vegas. Next up is our. Did I even get my little screen cup? There it is. Next up is Big Al's 3-boxer live fill. So instead of 4, we'll do 3 live for a total of 7 today. And then we'll do Racky and some licensed jerseys to end the night. No Mammoth game tonight, so while I'm waiting here, let's look and see who I'm rooting for to lose. We're ahead still, but it's still kind of close. Pittsburgh, 7 goals. Good grief. I want Vegas to lose. I want Anaheim to lose. And I want San Jose to lose. That's who I want to lose. Speaking of Howie Long, is he in a movie or something? Oh, you're just saying Vegas is open, speaking of Howie Long? Something? Jacksonville, Vegas. Last 2 spots, then we're ready to rock and roll. We'll do a live fill 3-boxer next up, but we'll just chill here for a second. He's in Broken Arrow? That is weird. The guy we pulled today is in the movie that Thomas was watching yesterday. I've never even heard of that movie. Broken Arrow. Is that a Western? Not that the name tells me that. Broken Arrow. John Travolta, Christian Slater. That's not a Western. Delroy Lindo. I love him. Who else do I know? Oh, yeah, Howie Long. Look at that. I feel like this is one I should have seen by now. Terrorists Still Nuclear Warheads? Why haven't I seen this? About still on a nuclear warhead. That was a good movie. All right. I'll add that to my list. I have a little list on my phone of movies I need to watch. Stolen Warhead. Cool. Good time to watch that, huh? Almost there. Jacksonville, Vegas. Directed by the great John Woo. What else has he directed? Probably movies just like that one. He directed Face Off, the one that I was watching. That's funny. Last 2, 39 each. what else came today so you guys can see what might be in the series coming up. The nice black alternate. How do they fold this? Black alternate St. Brown. Beauty jersey. Look at the ink on that blue number, man. That is nice. Fanatic certified. Lions alternate. Motor City. That'll go in at some point. I'm only doing this because we're waiting for teams, guys. I won't waste your time knowingly. Unless we're waiting for something. So there's one, there's four sitting here. Soon as Vegas and Jacksonville get claimed, we'll get rolling, guys. Jason, you probably recognize this one. Ken Griffey? Yeah, I looked for Griffey today, too. Nice throwback style, Sertan. Great jersey there, too. Denver. Jason recognizes that one. Q football. What else do I have over there? Although I'm going to fold it the right way now. This bag has so much electricity on it. If I could discount more, guys, I would. I have very little. You guys have noticed other rooms have raised their prices. I probably should have by now. I don't know why I haven't. That's where we're at. Folding skills are terrible. Don't worry, I'm in the same book as everyone else. Here's another new one that came today. This one's kind of different. It's kind of cool. Obviously, we know it's Merino. But check this one out. This is Merino Authentic, and it's a Wilson Authentic. You got the W on the sleeves. There's old school Merino JSA. Old school jersey here. This one was signed in person. Wilson. I guess everything's signed in person, but I got this from someone that got it signed in person. NFL showed up there. That's a Merino. Just go work at Old Navy for a week, Jason. That'll help you. They're always hiring folders. I do have baseball on the way. Couple. Don't remember what they are. The last one is the one I already showed you guys earlier. All right, guys, we're struggling on the Jacksonville Vegas. Here's the last one. We've had it a few times. Different styles. The classic Nuggets one here. Jokic going in. Nike. I don't know when these four will go in. You'll probably see one of them this weekend, maybe two, but I've got a ton of reserves, so they don't always go in right when I get them. Sometimes they're here for months before I put them in. Anyways, those are the four new ones that came today. I have a few more coming. There was supposed to be a Dikembe Mutombo there today too, so two Nuggets, but it's that same one we've had before, the 50th anniversary or 100th anniversary, whatever it is. And the last time we had him, he was alive. This time he's passed, so it's different there. Yeah, okay. Okay, guys, we're just still waiting on Vegas and Jacksonville, last two teams. Is that still accurate? We've only opened two items. Two football, yeah. Let's make sure the helmets are right first. 96, 157, 42, 181. Check, 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 check. Who's going to help me with Jacksonville and Vegas? 39 apiece instead of 43. We don't sit here for too long, hopefully. And no, I'm not going to run like a mini form or anything. Not. Oh gosh, Dustin. Dustin he's loaded and ready for Vegas. I got you, Dustin. Carlos taking Jacksonville. Thanks, guys. I know you guys are just helping me close, so I appreciate it, as always. 39 on those instead of 43. We'll do a 3-boxer after this, guys. A little bit cheaper, 3-box for 32. But let's roll with these first. All right, ready? So we're good to go. Okay, 42 is up first. Series 38. 0 Wonka. Yeah, you can look at it that way. The funny thing is, I don't like trying to sound like I won't even go that way. There are guaranteed awesome helmets for every team, even the ones that get left over like that. I don't want to say I want to see them hit now just because they were last. I want to see all you guys hit. Nothing better than having a team sit and then having it hit a really cool helmet and say, oh man, that was in there? Yeah, it was in there. But I also want the very first team that got claimed to hit too, just like the last ones. I just want everyone to hit when you can. Obviously, this is 30 spots and only 4 helmets, so good luck, everyone. Here's the first one. 3, 2, 1. We're going bright. Went gray on our first helmet from Racky. Now we're getting some color. That is NFC West. So you're still up, but that's the wrong direction. You can't go 10-0. I guess you could go 10-0. Rams are Mr. Greg. Greg, hitting your Rams. And this is a Rave, obviously. Verse. It's been a while since we've seen Verse. Same with Kyron Williams. I see the auto here. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Greg, nice start. Marshall Faulk, nice, clean, smaller signature for him. Fits perfectly on the black horn there. Marshall Faulk, 28. Rave for the Rams. Beckett certified, both earpieces in there. It's a great helmet. Congrats. I think that was added this series, so it's newer. Not perfectly. Yeah, it's a little bit up there. But usually Falk's signature is a little bigger. Gosh dang you, Eric. I said it was a great hit. I like it. So I have people say that all the time, like, oh, it went into the little helmet hole, or it went into this, or they lifted up a little bit on the bottom. In my side of it, I always think, I don't care. Marshall Faulk went into the hole. Or Marshall Faulk went outside the thing. Like, that's the way he signed it. I don't need it to be perfect. I don't want it to be so light that I can't see it, but if it's a little off, I like it. Okay. Congrats. Yeah, I love that too. 96. I got Warner and Pace Falk would be next. Yeah, that's cool. Series 38. 4-pointer. Feels like when we hit one rave, we hit multiple raves. Remember the day we hit 3 green raves, and then we had a green rave the next day as well? Maybe it's the yellow rave night. There's a few teams that are yellow. Ooh. I think I saw the auto. With points, it's Denver. You think so? How much should I say? 4 points. Ooh, I think let me move this stuff without dropping this helmet. Sorry. I'm grabbing on, but there's a reason it's slipping, because it has a face mask, so I can't quite grab inside there. Four-pointer going to Arizona. Classic Speed with a nice cherry red visor. I sure hope this is who I thought it was through the double bag. Who had Arizona? Arizona was Mr. Tim Kelly. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. I'm pretty sure it was you that's talked to me a few times about looking for this guy. And I never have one to trade to you because he's been in the series for, I swear this has been in since series, what are we on, 38, 34, 33? I can never find one to trade Tim because it's been sitting in the series, and he's kind of a hard guy to get. Murray's a good guess. We're still looking for some of those old players to come out on their old teams to keep our little game going for a free helmet on all the trades this offseason. Larry Fitzgerald, for those that don't know, if you see his signature, it's almost always half this size. A little tiny Fitzgerald with, like, it almost looks like just the F. This is one of the better autos. It's better than both the Fitzgeralds I have as far as the autograph. So it's a great hit. Back certified. Well, yeah, it's all Hall of Fame on the table so far. Oh, really? Yeah, that's true. Congrats, Tim. It's one of the guys you've been after. It's a great hit. We thought someone, you guys were talking about maybe he came out the other night, but it was another fun hit for Arizona. I can't remember who it was. There's a perceived bad team too, right, Arizona? Oh, 4 points. Hold on. Yeah, some fun stuff. 4 points. He's without a doubt one of the harder ones in the series to get. I think most already know that, but just in case we're debating that. 4, 3. But it's been killing me reloading into the next series, into the next series, into the next series, having him not hit. He could have hit 3 or 4 series ago. Just kept getting rolled over into the next series. Okay, next one, 157. Series 38, 1 point. Tim, I got your 4 points. Like even the combo teams by themselves would do just fine, but I have to combine them, just perceived value, I suppose. Yeah, I don't know. Oh boy. I don't remember the last time. Probably sooner than I remember, but we're going double on the Rams. Doesn't happen a lot. It feels like it should happen more often. Either that or maybe I block it from my memory. One earpiece in the helmet, one earpiece in the bag. That's a double. We already know that Rams were Greg, right? Greg, doubling up on your Rams. It's your team, too. Like I always say, everyone deserves a double up. Sorry that everyone else has to watch it. Hopefully it happens to you at some point. Triple up, double up, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, of course. Congrats. Flash kind of narrows it down a little bit. 3, 2, 1. This is probably one of the more common flashes out there for the Rams. We see a bunch of Falks on those too, and Warners, but we see a bunch of Bruce flashes. He's one of those guys that I think gets a bad rap as far as perceived value. He came out quite a bit on third-party stuff. Isaac Bruce, Torrey Holt, both those guys are guys I love. We see a lot more Bruce than Holt, but still. That's a great hit. Isaac Bruce, flash. And that's 1.2. Let me fill it out. Did we really just hit? You guys were ahead. And we went 3 straight NFC West. Never see Holt. It's been a while since we've had some Holts, but I used to have a bunch of them, and I just don't think he's signed in a long time. I wish I could find more. Yeah, congrats. Double up there. You guys are down 3 to 2 now, which is stupid. 3 straight. I've only doubled up once, and it was randomized Cleveland Browns. I think I remember that. Okay, 181. Close your eyes. I always say this. If it's a 4-boxer and we hit 3 Rams or 3 of any team, I'll do a freebie box because that's just the bingo balls working extra heavy for a certain team. There are still Rams in this series. A few, obviously. So it's possible if we hit it, I'll grab another box. I haven't had to do that in a while, but we have done it before. Did I say box number 181 and 0 Wonka? Oh, I know which one this was just based off of that. Okay, so we're going to do it like this. 3, 2, 1. Yes, I'm aware. 2 of the greatest show. I know. Just need Warner to hit tonight, and he's got a few teams he could hit on. We've got the Pats on a classic speed. Yes, this is the normal right side. Some guys like to sign the other side for some unknown reasons. Got to be Hernandez. Yeah. People, this is not Bill Belichick. We've had him before. And he does do stuff like that where he signs on the opposite side or he personalizes it every time so people can't resell it. That's a Bill Belichick type thing to do anyways. New England was Carlos. And Carlos said, thanks, Al. Carlos, you knew what team you had. So this is a helmet. I don't know if I've had him before. If I have, maybe once. Who won that Belichick? I think you know him. That was one of my favorite helmets in the series. I know it's sitting at your house. 3-time Super Bowl champ. This is cool. Anyone know who that is? No, it's not Vinatieri because, I just gave it away, I guess. But that's pretty, you can kind of read that. That is Stephen Gostkowski, the kicker. That's correct. Super Bowl logo there. Patriots, Rams. Isn't that funny that it's the Rams with Rams helmets? They did hit 3 times by way of just having their name mentioned. Kicker, Stephen Gostkowski with a 3-time Super Bowl champ. Patriots logo on the other side. I'm just going to put it this way for now, I suppose. I know that looks weird. Ruins the Hall of Fame streak. Yeah, he's not a Hall of Famer. Maybe he will be someday. Congrats, winners. We had Marshall Faulk, Larry Fitzgerald, Isaac Bruce, and Stephen Gostkowski. Let's do a 3-boxer here. Live fill for Big Al series. I'll put my screen up here, and I will update the board. That's our first AFC. No, we had AFC hits. First non one of those two. AFC East on that one. Congrats, winners. Sorry to those who did not hit. See where we go on this one. Top chat, live chat, I would assume, or I would suggest you. If not, it'll put your comment way above where it should be. After the refresh, one got bumped up. Sorry, Jason. The first Kansas City I see is Jonathan R. Yours is just barely above, and I don't know if that was a claim there. Carlos probably just saying nice on the helmet or something. Cincy. Or I hate you, Al, one of those two. Just behind on the rebound. Kyle, you got Cincy. Zach just behind on Cincy. Greg, Cleveland. Kansas City gone. Man, I'm just thinking another. I feel like we've had the majority of our bigger hits have been a bunch of big receivers. Where are all these quarterbacks at? We've pulled fun receivers so far. Nick, Chicago. So like, wasn't night 1 like a big receiver night 2? Obi, Pittsburgh. Joe with Minnesota. What's up, Joe? Giants going to Brian. San Francisco going to Bill. Denver going to Dustin. I'll let you guys know who's left here in a second. Probably 10 or so left when we get down to the bottom. Zach, Dallas. Zach, Dallas. Giants are gone. Greg, sorry. Chicago's gone. Tyler, sorry. Arizona going to Brad. Steelers are gone. Trevor, sorry. Carolina is there for Greg on the combo. Baltimore is there for James. Buffalo is there for Bill S. Kansas City's gone, Tyler. Rams. Greg. Denver's gone, but Detroit is there, Greg. Carolina gone, Brad. Tampa Bay is there, Greg. Tampa Bay, Greg. 49ers are gone, Trevor. Sorry, Trevor, getting picked on the Minnesota's gone, Carlos. Arizona's gone, Bill. Packers going to Trevor. Got you, Trevor. Pittsburgh is gone. Baltimore is gone. Washington is there for Brad. Philly is there for Greg. Whoops. Chargers are there for Carlos. Green Bay is gone. Indy is there for Greg. New Orleans is there for Brian. Washington is gone. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 left. Let me type them up. Sorry, Tyler. I know, just really missed on all those. Make sure you refresh. Otherwise, you probably think I'm picking on you and saying you missed when you didn't. But if you refresh, it'll show your name just after. Someone will be ahead on all those. Night one was Bo Jackson and Barry Sanders. Oh, what am I thinking of then? I'm like, am I mixing up like the start of last series? Haven't we had a few big wide receivers hit? Maybe it was night 2. Like night 1, we had some big wide receivers, Barry and Bo Jackson. Atlanta, Houston, Jacksonville, Vegas, Miami. Keyshawn Booty too, yeah, the rivalry. Miami, New England just got claimed Seattle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe I'm thinking of another night after that. I swear I remember thinking, man, there's a big. Maybe it was not Justin Jefferson night. That was just barely. I don't know. Ignore me, I guess. I think sometimes I live in an alternate universe in my brain. Joseph, Atlanta, got you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spots left. My wife better have gone and picked up my daughter. Let me just text her really fast. You got Afton, right? Okay, we are down to 5 left. I'm going to start reading off who has who. We'll grab bingo balls and we'll get these last 5 cleaned up. These are 32 per 3-boxer. The pricing may change, not because I'm raising it, even though I probably should. We might switch to a 3 combo spot with 29 claims instead of 30. I'll have to play around with that, and then maybe I'll do a poll and ask you guys what you think. But sometimes it looks worse than it is, just if some teams hit a few at the start and then they kind of sit around. But okay, Brad Arizona combo, Joseph Atlanta, James Baltimore, Bill S Buffalo, Greg Carolina combo, Nick F Chicago, Kyle Cincy, Greg Cleveland, Zach B Dallas, Dustin Denver, Greg Detroit, Trevor you have Green Bay, Houston's open, Greg you have Indy, Jacksonville's open, Jonathan R you have Kansas City, Vegas is open, Carlos T you have the Chargers, Greg you have the Rams, Miami's open, Joe you have Minnesota, Bill S New England, Brian W New Orleans and the Giants, Greg Philly, Obi Pittsburgh, Bill S San Francisco, Seattle's open, Greg E Tampa, and Brad Washington. 5 left. I might as well start rolling some bingo balls here while we're waiting. See? Big Al's Card Shop. That's the dang laptop. If I refresh it, it goes away and then it comes back. Maybe it doesn't go away. Now it changed colors. It's green. I have a problem with my work computer, these computers. I don't ever close down my tabs. Do you guys close them? I leave them open. I know if I close that would go away, but when I open it back up, all my tabs are there and I'm ready to go again. Maybe that's the wrong way to do it. Joe, I have you in Seattle. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 left. Okay, let's get some bingo balls going. A lot of times, yeah, me too. I don't like it, except for so I share my computer sometimes with some of the gals that come in and enter some stuff for me when I'm not there. And every once in a while they'll close everything down, and then I have to go through and open them all again. And like I had them, some are half screen, some are full, some are whatever. And you mess that up for me. Now I got to get it going again. But usually during the day when we drop Radkey and East Coast, I'm usually at the office. So when I'm trying to update stuff, if I have my laptop there, I do it on there, and then I come home and finish it on the computer here. Okay, 3 boxes. 1, 2, 3, Last one's going back in. Tabs stay open eternally. 53, 5-3. That's the best way to put it, actually. I will never willingly close one of my tabs. At least not the like main 10 I use. You know, if I look up something to like during the streams, if I look up a player or something, I'll close that. But the ones I use, 36 daily, stay open forever. Last number, 144. Okay, got that done. Now we can hang out while we get these last 4 cleaned up. Last few. Checking the scores while we're hanging out. Yes, of course, she said. Don't say yes, of course, as if you always remember to do everything. Okay. She's taken care of. Grandma took my son. Down to 4 left, guys. We're almost there. On here, guys, I'm just looking at some sports scores while we're chilling. I know if we weren't on YouTube, other platforms, you can play music, you can have TVs in the background, but if I do that here, my stream gets shut down, so you guys just have to listen to my annoying voice by itself. Unless you guys know a way to get around that. The last thing I need to do is put a target on my back. Remember, I played like just my headphones came unplugged, and it played like a 10-second clip from my phone on the stream, and it muted it during the video. Like when it played back, it was a muted portion. Kind of funny. Grab boxes, but we're still a few away, so I'll hang out here for a second. Let's discount those to 29. So last 4 to 29 instead of 32. I can type it. Hold on. Who do we have claimed? Atlanta's gone. Seattle's gone. There we go. I think that's the right ones. Atlanta, Seattle gone. Houston, Jacksonville, Vegas, Miami, 29 each on those. Excuse me. Ooh, there we go. I got my random team assigned to me. Let's see. Who did I get? The Anaheim Ducks, huh? Okay. Sure. I'll take Anaheim. Houston, James got you 29 instead of 32. Down to 3 teams left. We'll do Racky up next here. A little later than usual because we're waiting around on some of these. So we'll do Racky and Big Al's. It'll probably be a 2.5 hour stream ish. 3 left. We're almost there. Oh, man. Oh, wait, 2 more minutes and I'll grab boxes. Just to have them over here. I'm going to grab boxes, guys. I'll come back and update these last 3 teams when I get back. That is 144, not 44. One's a little close. Bill, if Miami, I'll update that once. So I'll just do it now before I walk away. Surprise, surprise. We've got our 2 usual suspects there. Jacksonville, Vegas, last 2 spots, 30 or 29 apiece. Let me grab these 3 boxes though. About to drop one of these. Very close. Before it drops. In reverse order. Perfect. Jacksonville claims, so we're down to Vegas. Last team left, Vegas. Bill asked James 29 for those spots. Just Vegas left. And then we'll do a Racky live field after this, some licensed jerseys, and we'll call it a night. I don't know if I have this updated. I probably do. I do. Pretty sure. Brad, taking Vegas. Thank you, Brad. Appreciate you. Okay, I read through the rest, so we're good to go. Let's open these 3, and then we will do Racky. Come up next. 53, 36, 144. Okay, we're good. Let's roll. Starting off with 4 Wonka. Did I do the other? Yeah, a 4 and a 1, right? Who did I miss? Who had the 1? I even said it out loud, but I don't think I ever finished the second to last. Was it the Isaac Bruce? Was Isaac Bruce the 1, guys? I swear, Al. Fitzgerald. I think it was Isaac Bruce. Greg E. I was more focused on the team hitting back-to-back. Or not back-to-back, but 2 out of 3. Greg E. 1, 3, 30, 26. And now we have a 4-pointer, so I'll keep this up. 4-pointer. I'm getting there. I'm catching my mistakes as I go. Okay. Interesting. 3, 2, 1. We've got a lunar eclipse for the Commanders, which was the Washington football team when the Lunars came out. So that's the one they got made. 4-pointer. I think this is who I thought it was. Washington. If I go back to that page. Brad. Breaking Brad hitting on Washington. Nice hit, Brad. I think you said you had baseball Tuesday, so you might be on Thursday and Saturday this week. I could use a double dosage of Breaking Brad if that game doesn't get rained out. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Joe Theismann's a good guess, but why not pull a kicker right after the other kicker? Might be the only 2 kickers I have in the whole series. Maybe there's one more that I'm not thinking of. Mark Mosley, MVP of 1982. It must have been number 3. He was a kicker or a punter. I'm pretty sure he was a kicker, right? Brad taking home Mark Mosley on the lunar and some Wonka points. Got McPherson probably. I don't know if I do. That's a great question. That's a great thing for me to think about. I don't know if I have McPherson. Did we pull McPherson last series? If we did, I do not have another McPherson. Some of these guys are not ones that I will put in consecutively or even on the same 5-series mark. Only like 3 Bengals currently. That's not true. Okay, Brad, I got your 4 points. Congrats. Mark Mosley, MVP. Script on that one as well. Back-to-back kickers. What are the odds of that? Very little. There's probably one more kicker there I'm not thinking of. And it's not Justin Tucker. 53. Series 38. I'd like to get a Brandon Aubrey. I can't remember, Brad. Did you have a Brandon Aubrey? Or do you have one now? I can't remember if it hit or if you have one. Ray Guy, he's a punter, right? No Ray Guy right now. The label on top. This could be who's in here. It is. Matches the label. I like it when that happens. Zero Wonka. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. STS 2.0. Kind of going in bunches here. There's 2 NFC East in a row, too. NFC East, they're at 0. So is it 3, 2, 2, 1? You guys are one of the 2s, is that right? Why is it always close? Why is it never like 8-0? STS 2.0. Still have an Aubrey. That's what I thought. I need an Aubrey. I don't even know how you found that. Beckett certified. 3, 2, 2, 1. All right, I'm caught up. Giants would be helpful if I knew who had the Giants. That would be Brian W. Hitting on the Giants 2.0, one of the 4 STS styles. 3, 2, 1. I wonder if they'll do a 5th one. Probably not. Run out of color schemes on those, maybe. The Gap. We've seen it a few times on this style. He must have signed a few of these. I like it. I have this in my PC. Actually, I might have a 1.0 on my PC with colored ink. This was nice with the white paint pen on the 2.0. Beckett certified. Going to Brian. Brian, nice hit. Michael Strahan. Beauty. Got some fun names coming out tonight. Okay, 144. Good luck all. Final one of this one. I think I already. No, it was just the one for Brad, and I got that. No Wonka on the last box. This one has Wonka as well. One Wonka. One measly Wonka. This is an important one because we're heading into Radke and licensed. If you can get tied with this one. I can't tell who that is. I love the helmet, though, the style. Let's see who it is. I didn't want to bend all the way over there to look at it. 3, 2, 1. Hey, there's another team showing up twice tonight. At least it wasn't in the same break this time. Patriots sitting here on the throwback speed. Love the throwback. That's the AFC East. Man, it's crowded. That's 2, 2, 2, 3. What is happening? You guys had the first 2, and then the next 7 have gone against you. That's stupid. New England is, excuse me. Bill S. had the Patriots in this one. Pat's Throwback Classic. Now I know. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. I couldn't quite tell who it was looking in the box there. We just had him hit on the license jersey. Now on a throwback helmet, which is pretty sweet. That's Christian Gonzalez. Would have been the MVP of the Super Bowl had the Patriots won. Probably not, but I'll keep saying that until I forget. He played very well, one of the bright spots for their team during the Super Bowl. Christian Gonzalez. Radke certified on this one. Black Radke tag, like I like. Throwback speed for New England. Great hit. 2 Pats, 2 Rams today. Sheesh. Let's do a quick recap. We had Mark Mosley on the Lunar. We had Michael Strahan, STS 2.0, and Christian Gonzalez throwback. Let's do a Radke 1 box. Remember, your college guesses earlier still count. If you weren't here during the college guess, I'll let you guess now. But if you already guessed, just keep your same guess for this one, please. Let's see where we're at here. This one, there it is. Okay, I've got Greg with San Francisco, spot 1. Spot 2, Detroit is Jonathan. Spot 3, San Francisco's gone. Denver, spot 3. for Jason with a random up. If you've been paying attention, his randoms have been hitting. I'll take that for what it is. Spot 3. Detroit is gone. Eagles is spot 4. I think I'm doing that right, David. Spot 5 is Indy for Brad. Spot 6, Detroit with a random. Detroit's gone. Sorry, Mark. Spot 6 is Cincy for Brant. Spot 7 is Trevor for the Packers. Packers, where did I go? Giants, spot 8. New York Giants. Might as well see if the Giants have been hot for you. Might as well see if they stay hot. Brian Giants, number 9. Denver is gone, Greg. Sorry. Number 9, Kansas City is going to Elliot. Someone just got here upstairs. I heard a noise, a crash. Jonathan, Rams, number 10. Number 11 is Chicago for Dave. Is that actually 11 spots? It is. 11 Rams, Chicago. 12 is Cleveland for Brad. Remember, if you're sticking around for jerseys, that's coming up pretty quick here. We'll do that next, and then that'll be our last items of the night. 12 Cleveland. 13 Minnesota for Greg. Gotcha. Whoops. Minnesota, Florida. Dustin. Oh, was that your guess because you weren't here earlier, Dustin? Gotcha. Fine by me. I was first. Chose Packers refresh. Oh yeah, you got to refresh. You still got them, but you weren't the first claim. It's weird how the algorithm works. Where did I skip to? Florida. I got your guess because you didn't have it earlier. Tampa Bay. Dave is spot 14. I believe 14. Denver is gone, Dustin. Sorry. Jets are spot 15 for Carlos. And then Brad, is Tennessee a college guess or a claim? Sorry, I skipped right through that. Are you picking Titans as a Raggy or a Volunteers guess? I skipped right through that thinking that was maybe your college guess because you got your other two teams. College, okay, perfect. Believe we are 1 away. There is also 1 random for sale for $18. 1 away, 1 random for sale. We'll keep your college guesses from before. We got a couple new ones that weren't here earlier. Florida, Tennessee. My guess was Michigan. So I'll keep Michigan. I was trying to stick with the March Madness theme. That's what I was saying. You tried to sell your random 3 times and all 3 of the last few have hit. Doesn't mean it'll happen here, but someone's here. I don't know if it's my son with my mother-in-law. Let's look while I'm waiting for this last spot. Oh, it's Pittsburgh is still there. That closes us. It's my son. It must be my wife, actually. It is, so they're still not home. Okay. The mystery's been solved. 16 is Bill. Okay, last chance to grab Jason's random. If not, Jason, we'll see who you get, and you can try to sell or trade then. So let's go through this first. Okay. Last 30 seconds, then we're going to roll. We'll do our licensed jerseys next. Again, if you're just jumping in now, new additions are Andre Johnson, Texans, Theo Fleury Flames, and Penny Hardaway Magic. A bunch of newbies added over the last few weeks as well. You can take a screenshot here if you want to. Dice roller we can get rid of for our 12 roll. No one takes it. It's hitting for sure. Let's put that to the test, huh? Okay, 7 times. No one's grabbing it. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Carolina on top. Buffalo. Whoops. 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 Carolina to Buffalo. The mouse was just in the spot where I couldn't do much with it. Oh my gosh. Hit the right button, please. Okay. Isn't that what you had on the earlier one? Greg, you have San Francisco, Detroit, Tennessee, Jason, Denver, Arizona. Did it just say my screen was, my connection was bad? Maybe. David, Philly, Atlanta, Brad, Indy, and the Chargers, Brant, Cincy, Seattle, Trevor, Green Bay, Baltimore, Brian W, Giants and Miami, Elliott, Kansas City, Dallas, Jonathan R, Rams and Houston, David L, Vegas, Brad, Cleveland, New England, Greg, Minnesota, New Orleans, David L, Tampa, Jacksonville, Carlos, Jets and Washington, Bill S, Pittsburgh, and Buffalo. If you're putting up Arizona, let me know now. We'll give it a second here while we're rolling the randoms. Due for a Tennessee Houston Jets hit. Yeah, I could see that. We've hit a few of the strong teams. Although Vegas is once every couple cases. Nick, okay. Where is it? Right here. Sold, he says. This number. We opened, what was it? Box 4? Pretty sure we opened 4. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. Nice hit, Nick. If it hits, that would be crazy. I mean, it's got a 1 in 32 chance, so not any crazy than our team, but the fact that your randoms keep hitting. Well, let's get our box number here. 1, 2, 3, 7 times 4, 5, 6, and 7. Box 9. 7 time box 9. I'm going to copy the license jersey drop because we'll do that after we open this, congratulate, and recap what it is. Yeah, you dig it, Arizona both. And then we'll drop the jersey next. So box 9 is all the way on the left side. Well, I move box. Well, I'll just shift a bit. Shift, shift, shift. Box 9. Okay, good luck, all. Remember, college guess still counts here, so if you get it right. So still, Tim still got a chance to go for 2. If he gets to Ohio State here, the rest of you got a chance to get to 1 because Villanova didn't even know they had a football program. Okay, here we go. What is this? Ooh. Not as common of a style for this one. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. We're going throwback-ish on this one with the white C. Well, I'm questioning what is the C usually white? No, isn't it usually orange? I don't have a classic bearing here, but I know this is different. This is the throwback. Chicago on an authentic. I've not seen an authentic in this style, I don't think. Or maybe only a couple. I feel like we had, maybe we actually had one like this not long ago, and it was, it might be the same guy, but I can't think of who it was. I could see this being one of the linebackers for sure. Who had Chicago? Was it claimed? It was. Dave, you had Chicago. Chicago Bears going to David L. Dave, nice hit. I'm trying to. Oh, okay. 3, 2, 1. How do we pull these two together tonight? Like, what are the odds of that? We pull Howie Long and then we pull Jim McMahon on a throwback authentic. That's pretty cool. Didn't I say earlier, don't guess BYU? Because I was just making fun of them because I'm a U fan, and then I said they have a lot of players. My gosh, I need to not say anything. I literally said that about BYU, and then BYU hits. Well, I'd roll it over if I can again because, yes, BYU is little brother, even though they beat us the last 3 times. I would have not counted them just out of spite. But since we roll over to the next day, we'll just re-guess on Monday. So sorry, everyone, unless someone guessed BYU. Jim McMahon, Beckett, authentic throwback. That's a cool helmet. Before I post, I just want to see that. I think this is one that has the dates. That's the wrong box. Yeah, Bears 60s classic. So it's a 1960s throwback, Speed Authentic. That's cool. You like holding that, don't you? That's a fun helmet. I don't particularly like the Bears, but Jim McMahon, BYU, that's cool. Okay, congrats. Let's do a licensed jersey series. Sorry to make you wait. you like holding that, don't you? Oh, man. Okay, final break of the night, guys. We're almost there. Not that I really care how long it takes, but I feel bad if a normal stream takes longer for you guys. And you're stuck here listening to me talk and yap about stupid stories. Okay, first claim. I'll try to fill this out quicker. McKinnon, Nathan McKinnon, spot 1 going to James. Greg Chase, spot 2. Yager, spot 3. For Jason. Spot 4, McKinnon's gone. Spot 4, Ripken. For Mark. Oh my gosh. Spot 5 was Shaquille O'Neal. For Larry. Spot 6 is Leon Draisaitl. Where'd you go? Nick had him. Spot 7 is Justin Jefferson. For Joe. Spot 8 is Garnett for Zach. Kevin Garnett for Zach B. Number 9 is Garnett as well. Sorry, Jonathan. Just play behind. Number 9 is Brett Favre for Bill. Number 10 is JJ. Probably Justin Jefferson. He's gone. Draisaitl's gone too, Brett. Sorry. Frazier is there for spot 10. For Craig, spot 11 is Patty Kane. For Brian, let me refresh and scroll back up so it doesn't put them together and me miss them. McKinnon, Chase, Yager, McKinnon, Ripken, Shaq, Leon, Jefferson, Garnett, Favre, JJ, Draisaitl, Frazier, Kane. Magic, spot 12, Magic Johnson. For Zach B. 13, Barkley. Snakewan. We found a snake yesterday on our little outdoor time with my kids. The neighbor kid grabbed the snake and pulled it out of the water and freaked everyone out. Brave little dude. I'm sure most of you guys would do that too. Not me. I don't like snakes. Just like what's-his-face doesn't like horses. Eric Berry. This is my yearly reminder for you guys to go look up the video of Eric Berry and horses at the Denver Broncos game so you can get a laugh. Shane Doan. 14. I don't do horses, coach. 14, Brian. 15. Why don't I ever see an Eric Berry helmet? We've had jerseys. I'd love an Eric Berry helmet. Shane Doan. Igor Shesterkin. Elliot, I was glad to see you hit one of your Rangers last weekend or whatever it was. I think it was on the weekend. 15, Igor. 16 is Trio. 16, Trio for Bill S. 17 is Hull. I think we got Brett, right? We do. For Larry V. 18. Let's make sure there's 8 there. I skipped a number. Did I just skip 17? I did. Don't ask me why. There's no 17, right? Getting ahead of myself. 16, 17. 18 is Evans. We went a whole other day in full size without pulling a player on their old team. I thought there'd be like one a night with all these trades, and we're not hardly hitting them at all. 18, Dustin, Mike Evans. 19, Emmitt Smith. Is Greg. Nope, don't like snakes. Wait, is Alderley and someone said that to me yesterday, the dad my buddy that I was with. He said, you don't like him like Indiana Jones? And I'm like, no, I don't like him. My mom hated him. I hate him. I'll never have a snake as a pet. Conversely, Jokic loves horses. He does. You see him answer that press conference where he was wearing his little minion Crocs, and he said all his money's going to his horse budget. Last spot left, and that's going to Jonathan with Starks. We missed putting 1 point for Bill S. Thank you. I swear was it the last time? Was it Gonzalez? Look at Greg reminding me about Bills, but he was waiting on his own. I forgot to give him Isaac Bruce points. Greg being a good friend. Thanks, Greg. I don't know what it is. If it's the last helmet or if it's Saturday, it's like my brain totally skips it. So I'll always double check, but I prefer you guys just tell me, hey, you missed it. It's way easier for me to just do right now. Yeah, he was wearing the little Crocs, and they were minion Crocs like 2 nights ago, and he said he used all his money for his horse budget instead of his shoe budget. But go look up the video tonight of Eric Berry at Mile High with they have that Bronco, that horse that comes out, the girl on it, whatever. He doesn't like horses. It freaked him out. Oh no, Coach, I don't do horses. He's talking to Andy Reid, I think. What a guy! Thanks. I love it. Okay. We should have 44 names, and we do. Yeah, you guys, if I miss something, always tell me. It doesn't bother me one bit. I miss more than you guys tell me too, and I find it later. I have no problem with you guys helping me out. Ever. 44. Okay, sorry, just making sure I'm not doing the wrong thing here. This is the last break of the night. Is that the only one I missed? NFC North? Was that a hurt you kind of one? I think it might have been. It could have been any other division but that one, right? Gosh, man. 4-2-2-2, and you guys won the twos. Would have been nice if it could have just been 3-3-2-2, and then you would have a chance to tie. You still can if you go 2 for 2 here, but you got to get 2 AFC North, 2 AFC West. All right, back over here what I was doing. 7 times. Final 4 names will be $10 solos as soon as you see them. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Solos are Troy Polamalu, Giannis, John Elway, Allen Iverson. Look at that lineup. Try to tell me you don't like those names. What does he say in Horrible Bosses? You say bend you over barrel and show you the 50 states. Isn't that what he says? I'd like to bend her over a barrel and show her the 50 states. Something like that, I swear. Okay, who got the look at all those. Mark, you were a little behind on Rose, unless you're trying to claim him as a solo, but he's not a solo. So if that was a main claim, it just missed out because of these. Elway is Greg. Got you, Greg. I sure hope someone. Why are we having all these Rose claims? Was Rose close? Am I losing my mind? Troy, Polamalu, Giannis, Allen Iverson, John Elway. Where is P. Rose? He's clear up here. I don't know what I'm doing. Rose, Troy for Greg. Got you, Greg. Elway, Troy, James, Craig, Jason just behind on Troy and Elway. Giannis going to Bill. Hey, one of the Giannis and Bowers finally hit, so I can correct the picture. the Bowers hit. Buy Chipper for sale. Iverson going to Zach. That closes our solos. Yeah, he wasn't a solo. You were probably just trying to see if he was and get it. Just making sure. Okay. Buy Chipper for sale. Read them off in a second here. Who had Chipper Jones? Craig had Chipper Jones. Craig, if you want to sell Chipper, let him know. He says keeping random, so no. I'm going to read them off, and then I'll start reading through the stuff. Wishful thinking. Yep, nope, totally fine. You can do that. I don't care. James, you've got McKinnon, Fournette, and DK Metcalf. Greg, Jamar Chase, Miko Ranton, and Max Scherzer. Jason T, Yager, Worthy, and Bettis. Mark, you have Ripken, Bobrovsky, and Bo Jackson. Larry V, Shaquille O'Neal, Julius Erving, and Andre Johnson. Nick F, Draisaitl, Rose, and Kuechly. Joe, you have Jefferson, Kyrou, and Golden. Viking and a Packer, Joe. Zach, KG, Steve Young, Malik Neighbors, Bill S., Brett Favre, Sean Kemp, Mike Allstott. Craig, Frazier, Chipper, and Kachuk. Brian, Patty Kane, Hardaway, and Jackson Smith and Jigba. Zach, you have Magic Johnson, Dennis Rodman, Andre Johnson. Dawson, sorry, good grief. Magic, Rodman, Dawson. Greg, Barkley, Thomas, and McCutcheon. Brian W., Doan, Nichols, and Mark Stone. There's our $3 off spot, at least one so far. Elliot, Shesterkin, Herbert, and Matsui. Bill S., Trurio, Aho, and Thomas. Larry V., Brett Hull, Theo Fleury, Clayton Keller. There's another $3 off. Larry, you got one as well. Hockey to the rescue on those, even though football's far outweighing them recently. I've been trying to beef up the football claims. Dustin, Mike Evans, Boggs, and Warren. Greg, Emmett Smith, Karl Malone, and Joe Thornton. Jonathan S., John Starks, Rasheed Wallace, and Anthony Munoz. Close, but no cigar there. Solos were Troy and Elway to Greg, Bill S., Giannis, and Zach B., Allen Iverson. What was I going to show you guys? Will it show me this if I do this? Hold on, let's see here. You just want to see how how it's broken down? Let's see. I don't like it being over there. I'll do it right here. We've had 579 jerseys, which I think it matches up perfectly to have our Saturday break if we do the same amount be number 600. So we'll add a fourth one on for number 600 on that Saturday break. But these are how many we've hit of each sport: 204 NFL, 165 NHL, 120 NBA, 86 MLB, and 4 others. I need to add another other at some point, but pretty uniform for how many claims there are for each sport. So kind of cool to look at that. Anyways, I don't know if you guys even care, but I like looking at that stuff. Let me start looking through it. Iverson solo. Both my randoms are up for trade or sell. James, Fournette, Metcalf. Both up for trade or sell. Leonard Fournette, DK Metcalf. Xavier's up for trade. Xavier Worthy. Rasheed Wallace and Munoz for sale. Rasheed Wallace, Anthony Munoz scripted for sale. Willing to buy Matthew Kachuk. Matthew Kachuk was somewhere over here. No, he wasn't. No, right there. Craig has Matthew Kachuk, but he's keeping Chipper and Kachuk, he said. Keeping both his randoms. Fleury, Johnson, Keller for sale. Fleury, Keller, and Andre Johnson for sale. Rose for Bobrovsky, Mark. Let me scroll down and see if Mark answered that. Mark. Yes, I will do that. Was that? Nick offered that. Did you get offered something else? Probably the purchase, so I don't think we have an answer for that one yet. I'll find it when I go down. So Rose, Pete Rose for Sergei Bobrovsky for Bob. Where are you, Mark? Right here. If you want to trade those two, I'll see if I just missed it. Keeping randoms, Kuechly for sale. Bye, Fleury, Keller. Both going to Brett. Got you, Brett. Okay, bye, Fleury. Just a little behind on that. Even if it was just the first one, Fleury was his first one. Larry V by Andre Johnson, all by Kuechly as well. So Larry, Andre Johnson, Luke Kuechly are going to Greg. Kuechly, yours, James. Good luck. Sold Greg. Yours, Greg. Good luck. Greg by Mikko. Greg, if you want to sell Mikko Rantanen, let Eric know. Worthy for sale or trade, all by Munoz for sale. I think we said yes, we're doing that. Mark M. Munoz by Worthy Jason T. Going to Greg. Sold. Keep random, sorry. So no on the Mikko Rantanen. Sold, Mark, thanks. By Rose. Mark, you want to do Rose for Bobrovsky? Mark, are you saying yes, you'll do Pete Rose for Sergei Bobrovsky? Just make sure I understand, because I know you were selling and you already said thanks, Jonathan, and then yes, I will do that. So I'm assuming that's what you mean. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Rose trade, Bob trade. Keep random, so Mark by Rose. Never, I don't think it was ever put up for sale. Anyways, it was traded. Yes, I will do that. I swear you put some computer code in this to give me all basketball randoms. You got two. You got hockey and baseball. Basketball, baseball, hockey. Yeah, where are all your football randoms? Good grief. Sorry, Greg. Buy DK Metcalf. It'd be better if they just got random to you, huh? I'm sorry. I know. And you went through it was like a 2-week period where you hit 3 basketball, 1 baseball, and no football. Yes, I got Munoz from Jonathan, and I'm trading for Rose. Okay, got the Rose, got the trade. Okay, or the buy. Leonard Fournette and Rasheed Wallace are 2 spots that are still available for trade or sell, I believe, on each of those. Got them last weekend. You got football. I know you got all football and he got all hockey. But once you get them, it's hard to trade them. So you guys stayed put. I know the feeling. Thanks, Mark. Good luck. Boggs up for seller trade. Dustin has Wade Boggs up. Where are you, Dustin? I'm going to roll bingos here in just a second. Boggs up for seller trade. Jason says Boggs. Okay. James just behind on that one, too. I feel like I'm giving you the crappy end of the stick, James. Sorry. Oh, you got his exact randoms? The other guys? Isaiah Thomas and Carmelone or something? Sold. Good luck. Boggs going to Jason. If any of those weird ones hit, James, I'll talk with you. I feel like you're just barely behind on the weird claims and stuff. Wallace for Kemp. Who had Kemp? Bill S. has Sean Kemp. If you want to trade Sean Kemp for Rasheed Wallace, let him know. I think I know the answer there, though. Stay put on most of the time, most of the things. You got all football? Yeah. Oh, that's true. You did get all football. He got all hockey. It's worth a shot. You never know. So, Bill, if you want to trade Wallace for Sean Kemp, let him know. I don't do a lot of trading either unless it's, I don't know. This says Kins. It should say Kings. Okay, we're about ready to roll here, guys. Where's Bernie Nickel to fix it? Kings. Fournette, Wallace are available. I'm going to roll the bingo balls, leave this up while you guys are chatting on the last few, and let's get rolling. Okay, 2 numbers. 1, 2. Keep random. Sorry, no problem. Worth a shot always. You guys can always ask, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Okay, our 2 numbers are, first number, 103, 103. And last number is 85, 103, 85. I automatically thought of Trey McBride. He's not even in the series, but that's where my brain went, 85. Should probably think of Chad Ochocinco for 85, but I didn't. So we're waiting. I'll give it just 30 more seconds. Leonard Fournette and Rasheed Wallace. Last two that are available. I don't think that team's going to pull it off like I want. Whoops, sorry. Scroll down. Okay, last call on those. I'll sell or trade them if I come back and they've been claimed. Otherwise, I'm just going to grab these. Let's roll. 103.85. I'll buy Penny Brian W. if for sale. He does have them. Penny Hardaway. Let me know. I'll come back and look at it. Oh, boy. Sure, sir. What a guy. You're the bestest. Okay, that was Penny. Going to Jonathan. Purple. Sure. Why not? Okay, looks like, oops, I'm not capitalized anymore, which bugs me. Top looked light. We'll see. X-ray vision. Bottom light too. Okay, let's see. What do you mean by light? Like not hockey light? So all the other stuff, I guess football's kind of in the middle. Baseball, basketball are the lightest. Football in the middle, hockey heaviest usually. Rasheed Wallace, Leonard Fournette are going to stay where they're at. It looks like no offers there to finish them off, so we're good to go. You guys need two AFC North, AFC West hits here, which I believe there are at least two of those. So you got a shot, I think. Yeah, right there, back to back. Munoz, Bo Jackson, both in that range, and then there's a few more. So you got a shot. So that means they both have to be football as well. Bottom light two, not hockey. That's what you mean by light. Okay. All right. Let's see if you're right. So by the way, I remember when we used to do frame jerseys and I'd have an empty box and I tried to make it not seem like it was framed so it could be a surprise. I could tell the second I picked it up because there wasn't a jersey in it. It's just a piece of paper. Jeez, can't cut that. 85 up first. Signature staring at me. And the color scheme, I know this one. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Hard to see on the screen, but there's a little greenish in there, and we know that number. Be interesting to see what happens with him down the road. I just barely talked about him because I said I wanted this stupid pick stitch, one of the two guys to hit so I could fix it, and then one hit on Saturday, right, and one hit today. So both gone from that pick stitch. Jeez. Sorry, smacked the camera there. You threw him down too easy. You gotta remember, I make everything look easy. 34. It's a joke. We know who that is. That's Giannis Antetokounmpo. It's a great hit there. I don't think he was claimed. But I remember. Oh, it was solo. That's why. Bill S. grabbed him as a solo. Bucks, Jordan, Milwaukee Bucks, Jordan, Giannis Antetokounmpo. I want to say you've hit a different style or two in the past, too, if Giannis. He's a fun guy to have a few of. I've got, what do I have? I hit a basketball from Chad. Chad did a Raz. I want to say maybe it was the one that he won for me. I don't know if he won it somewhere else, but I won it sitting back there. Bill, congrats. Giannis Antetokounmpo, Beckett certified. Love this style jersey for the Bucks. It's really cool. Blue, tan, white, green, black. Fear the. They say fear the deer. What's their motto or not motto? Their slang. Their saying. Why is he not wanted as much as he should be? What do you mean? Like in breaks? Or like why is Milwaukee not want him? I mean, he's a former MVP, brought a championship to Milwaukee. He wants out. I don't know if it's because of the way he's being treated. I don't know. It's really hard to not to be weirded out by that because excellent, once in a lifetime type player, better than his brothers. I love all things Giannis too, so I'd love to have a Giannis jersey. I don't have one. In breaks, we don't have a huge basketball following in the room either. We have a few that claim him. He's a headliner type name. He does come out more often than other headliner type names. Maybe that's why a lot of the guys that have had him already that want him already have one. The problem with me, like if I were to be in this series, Giannis is a name that I would claim by far and away before others in other people's series. But there's probably, for me personally, there's a bunch of names before him, and I think that's just how it goes for everyone else too. It's not like he's a bad hit at all. He could be expensive. He's not cheap, but he's not as expensive as like Jokic. But that's hard to compare him to him right now. Okay, 103. Yeah, there's like even it's kind of weird. Even like Curry is coming down in price because there's so much stuff getting pushed around. But he scares me. I don't dare to touch Curry unless I have someone's advice or expert on it because it's expertise. Because I'm seeing a little too much of him lately, and I want to get one, but I don't want to do it without someone helping me out. There's a few guys that I'll always get opinions on: Brady, Jordan, Kobe, Gretzky, stuff like that. Well, I see a jersey. I can tell what sport. I can't tell what team or player. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Well, I'm still drawing a blank on this one, if I'm being honest. Oh, I have to have Nick tell me to know. I should have known that one. That's because he's semi-recent, right? Last month or so. There was trade talks of him coming to Utah, which I would probably accept. Maybe not for the price that he costs, because we got a nice little team going. Jordan Kyrou. You said the bottom one looked like Jason. This is, in fact, the opposite of light. This is a nice, big, thick, heavy Adidas. Not a Fanatics Premium, Adidas. A little heavier than the Fanatics Premiums. Jordan Kyrou. Blues Classic jersey. I love these jerseys. We just pulled one not too long ago. I can't remember who it was. I don't remember if it was my series or East Coast. It was East Coast. We pulled Shen. That was just the other day. Now I remember. Blues. Adidas Pro. Fight strap. Great hit. Who had him? Let's see. Jordan Kyrou is a random on the Justin Jefferson claim. Joe. And then Joe saying, ooh. Joe, congrats. I haven't called your name in a while. Great hit. Jordan Kyrou is a great jersey. I don't know if you're a hockey guy, Joe. So if this is one that you want to explore trading, let me know and I can put it in the corner. If you love the hockey jerseys like a lot of us do, that's a great one to hit. Gus Frazier's a ghost. Like what? Yeah. So I'll do this on the side here. I actually added dates. Let me just look really quick. Frazier reminds me of your last he's not in the top 5 oldest, but he's up there. There's like 7 or 8 older than him. I like to look at that now because I didn't have it before, but yes, a few older than him. Okay, guys. No football, so we lost by 2. NFC West, NFC North, right? All because we had 3 in a row. Otherwise, it would have been a little closer. Let's do a quick recap here. Yeah, thanks, guys. Thanks, Mark. Have a good night, man. Thanks for hanging out tonight. Recap. Non-Big Al stuff today. We start with Terry Bradshaw on the Funko. I like that one with the yellow ink. It's a great hit. That ends that Funko case. So we're going to start a new Funko case. Craig, send a list for Diggs, not Jung. Craig, send me a list that you have for trade for his Diggs in the corner, and I'll forward it to him through email. If you want to try to trade for that Diggs you were talking about, send me a list of some stuff you have that you want to trade, and I'll forward it to him. We had a Blues helmet, Robert Thomas, for our first NHL helmet. Our East Coast jerseys today, both inscribed. We had Bernie Parent and Billy Smith. Love both those. Radkey helmets. We had Jim McMahon, Howie Long, a couple old timers there, if we can call them that. But interesting hits from Radkey to come out on the same night. I love them both. The rest was Big Al's. We had Jordan Kyrou and Giannis Antetokounmpo, NBA and NHL coming out tonight. And then the rest helmets were Marshall Falk, Isaac Bruce, Rams coming out twice. Pats coming out twice with Steven Gostkowski and Christian Gonzalez. Mark Mosley, Michael Strahan, and Larry Fitzgerald on the Cardinals. Some great stuff, guys. I appreciate you hanging out with me. Let me know how my stuff is in your buy sell trade post. I'll try to find it. There's like how many? There's like over 1,000 comments in there, isn't there? I can try to find it. If you have a list, send it to me. If not, I can try to search through there. How many do we have in the buy sell trade post? 701 comments. Oh, thanks, Craig. I'll keep it, Al. Thanks. Yeah, of course. Joe, an address that I've had from before, is that still correct? If it's not, will you send me a new address if it's different? I don't. You probably hit recently, and I'm just forgetting. Hockey jerseys are great, Joe. If you're getting into it, they're fun. Hockey jerseys are great. Close to the newest. Perfect, Craig. I'll find it and I'll forward it over to Larry so we can see if we can work out a trade there. You want junk for Bradshaw? No, he says no. Thanks, Craig. I'll keep it. Okay. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you hanging out. Like I said, message me with any questions. Congrats to those that hit. Sorry to those that struggled tonight. See if that can change on Wednesday. Have a great night, guys. We'll see you.